Here at NPHL Central, it's our job to tell the story of the night, to explain to you, the viewer at home, the magnitude of the 60 minutes you're about to receive. Seems like a simple task. For every team in the NPHL, they are writing their script with every stride, every save, every shot, and every shift. It's uncompromising, unwavering talent that can start to change the novel towards what their dreams had in store for them. For the Durham Hawks, it's a season that still has a lot of promise and expectations because of the high-class talent that draws into their jerseys every single night. They're a fast-paced, high-octane hockey club with a lot of offensive talent and are deep on the back end. But the first half of this season has not went the way they were expecting, but they still see the brilliance that can be in the small town of Durham. They started out the season smoking, going 5-0 and even giving Deseronto one of their 3 losses on the season. Right after that, the Bulldogs were able to get their revenge along with 2 other teams before Durham beat Lindsay in a thrilling 6-5 victory that we caught right here on NPHL Central. After that game, they fell to Smith Falls before losing in a shootout in Lindsay. It's been positive in many ways, though. They are scoring and hitting and doing all the right things, just not getting the results they want as consistently as they would like to be. But with great talent comes the ability to grab the pen and write what they believe is the proper ending to their story. For the Deseronto Bulldogs, it's a sequel. Last season's devastating end to such a promising season was something that's still sharp in Deseronto's mind even to this day. They had everything going for them. Their goaltending tandem couldn't have been hotter as the playoffs rolled around. They were in sync offensively to the point where the opposition had no idea what was coming at them on any given breakout. They ran the show sometimes, and they led the Highlands division just like they are this season. Last year with a 15-4-1 record, but they look like the same team this season with an 8-3-1 record as they lead the Highlands the exact same way they did last year. Both Kuipers and Young have save percentages north of .910, which sit them 3rd and 5th in the entire league. Their new leader, Luke Brown, leads the league in points and assists, and with those numbers, the sky's the limit. They have the hunger, they have the talent, and they have the experience to finish what they started last season. The only thing standing in their way is 18 authors with the same hunger in their pen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the pregame here at NPHL Central, the Northern Premier Hockey League. I'm Billy Bowl. I'll be your play-by-play guy here tonight, and James Bowl behind the camera, and he'll be doing all the technical aspects you will see tonight. We are just tickled pink to bring you a very exciting game between 2 high-class, high-octane hockey clubs. And this is sure to be one of those games you are glad you did not miss. Durham has got one of those teams that they skate with speed, they skate with intensity, and they really have a purpose in mind. You can tell every time they go out onto the ice. This season, like I said, they just can't, as I was talking to a couple of the players before the game, they just can't seem to keep the puck out of the net. They have 2 high class. There's my good buddy Luigi Martone right there, number 89. He just gave a big thumbs up. He'll be an 89 tonight. He's electric. And on the season, he's doing a great job in his new digs. He was out there in Tweed there last season. And this year, I'm just trying to find the numbers for the guy. He is having from what I see every time he's on the ice, he's having a great time every shift that he's out there. And he has 5 assists in 7 games. That's the thing, is I said this in the last broadcast that it's surprising that he does not have a goal yet. He's a high offensive guy, and he does everything that I like about a player. He plays a 200-foot game and gets the job done. And there's a lot of guys in their lineup that do the exact same thing. So it's one of those things where a team is looking to really put on the ice for 60 minutes exactly what they feel like they should be doing. You look on paper and you see guys like Andrew Reinhold. I mean, he has 13 goals, 14 assists, averaging 3 points a game. Brian Bickle, former National Hockey League, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. 9 games, 9 goals, 11 assists. And then Taylor Best, what I hear, I'll check the ice here, but I don't think he's in the lineup actually here tonight. No, he's not, but he's right up in there in the points as well. Dawson Baker, I was talking to Rhino prior to the game. He will not be in the lineup tonight. Justin Lemke, goal and 12 assists. He's been a catalyst on the back end for Durham, and he's done, every time he's out on the ice, he does something that you have got to pay attention to. He moves the puck very well. and he's really a great hockey player for this club. Dakota Betts, heard he's not in the lineup as well, and I don't see him out there on the ice. But they are stacked full of great hockey players. Ackerman, Jeffers. Ackerman, he's and St. Hill. Those three guys are, you know, you've got these high caliber, high octane players, and they kind of go under the radar a little bit. But if you watch this team, Scriver as well, they are guys that can get the job done and put the puck in the back of the net. Lapizzera has been excellent this year. Horn, he has started at the season incredible. And along to Deseronto. Not only is Deseronto having what they consider to be one of their best seasons, even though their record isn't what it was last year. I mean, 8-3-1 is incredible, but you know, they ended up with 5 losses at the end of last season. 8-3-1 on this season. They are in overdrive. This hockey club is scary every single time they come down the ice, and on home ice, Deseronto is a team to be afraid of. They're 4-1-0 at home, but the dog pound is quite it's a smaller arena than most of the arenas around this league. I love it here because of the ice level. You can see we're right at ice level, and it's a beautiful arena, but they play this arena better than anybody, of course, in their dog pound. And again, as I was saying prior to the game, goaltending is always key. They have great back end. Their defense is unbelievable. You've got Ironberg Cannons, Duchesne, an addition, Chad Duchesne to the lineup. Jordan Cannons. You can go up and down this lineup. Owens, pretty sure Ewell as well as a defenseman, but he's an incredible player. I wanted to mention him. But that has attributed to goaltending as well. That has really helped out Aaron Young and Corey Kuipers. Corey Kuipers made it to the All-Star game last season, and folks, the All-Star game is right around the corner, so either one of these two goalies, and maybe both of them, could be in the All-Star game. That would be incredible, but how can you go against 4-1-1 record from Aaron Young, a .361 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage? James, can you try and get Corey Kuipers' goalie mask if you can? If he turns around. Corey Kuipers and his, there it is right there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's awesome. He was in the All-Star game last year. He's sitting at a 4-2-0 win-loss record, a 404 goals against, and a .911 save percentage. I mean, unbelievable. And then his co-pilot there, Aaron Young, co-pilot. I like that word. They're 1A and 1B. They're both #1 goaltenders. Aaron Young, 4-1-1, .361 goals against, a .916 save percentage. I don't think I said the save percentage last time. I got distracted by that beautiful NASCAR. It's absolutely awesome, buddy. Former goal. Well, you're never a former goalie. I just can't play it now because I'm hurt, but played it all my life, and I always love great goaltending equipment, which I notice he has new pads as well, and goalie masks are something to always be in awe of. And it looks like Aaron Young has a brand new beautiful goalie mask as well. We'll have to get that on camera as well. 2 star-studded goalies, and whoever they put in the net, they always gives them an opportunity to win the game, let me tell you. In the lineup tonight, I'm hoping that their scorecard was correct, because it looks like it's going to be an excellent lineup. They got Brandt, they got Luke Brown. Luke Brown, now this is a guy that you had better pay attention to. He's got 15 goals, 20 assists in his 10 games. 15 goals in 10 games. He's averaging 3.5 points a game, which is tops in the league, tied with Smith Falls Rito's Tate Leeson for points per game. He's leading the league in assists with 20, but when you're leading the league in assists and you have 15 goals as well, I mean, he's taken on that role, you know, like no other. He's absolutely incredible, and you know, it's really incredible to see a guy of his caliber, a great guy as well, you know, excelling the way that he is. So be careful of him as well tonight. Keep an eye on number 7 moving around for Deseronto. Johnny Hill, the captain, he is always in 5th gear, ready to go on the season. He's got 4 goals and 10 assists. That's in 11 games. Defenseman Greg Ironberg, always love coming here to see him. And he's got himself, there's James. Stephen Horn, the goalie. Stephen Horn, friend of the show. 3 goals, 9 assists for Chad Duchesne. New pickup this season. Former Gananoque Islander and champion of the MPHL when they won it. Austin Eastman, 5 goals and 6 assists in his 5 games played. And you go up and down this lineup. Mitch Gustafson will be in the lineup tonight. He's got 4 goals and 4 assists on the season in his 9 games. Cannons. I mean, these guys that I'm naming off. Lamers is in the lineup tonight. His 8 games, he's got 8 points, 3 goals, and 5 assists. When you go up and down this lineup, it's absolutely incredible. And it gives them an opportunity to win the game every single night. And that's why they are hunting down a championship berth. They really felt like they had it last year, an opportunity to win it. And Kuipers, that is incredible. All the way to the net, all the way to the net, and almost put it home. And our out-of-town scoreboard, folks. It is a doozy of an evening tonight. I'll just go up and down. So we do have a couple of finals. The Akwesasne Wild being down by the North Dundas Rockets. 10-1 was the last time I had seen the score. Brock Higgs with 2 assists, along with Kevin Lau, Fabian Walsh, and Jacob Sweeney. Mitchell Gibson, he's got himself a hat trick and an assist. And Tanner Williams with 2 goals and an assist. I could keep going. I mean, they had 10 goals in that game. It's absolutely terrific game for them. And North Dundas just keeps rolling. They've lost 1 game, and that was to the Manotick Mariners, who stay undefeated on the season as they play the Iron Prior Rivermen tonight. Iron Prior at home in that one. And then right now it shows a 3-3 score. No, it's 5-3 final. Last time I looked, it was 3-3. The Tweed Oil Kings beating the Westport Lumberjacks, and that was an epic game as well. I wanted to check out the summary and bring it to you here. But in Tweed Oil Kings fashion, as usual, saw themselves down 3-1, and they came back, made it 3-2, and ended it 5-3 with the empty net goal by Elijah Bratney. I can imagine Super is excited about that one. That's a great testament to that team. They have so many come from behind wins. Hortasek making 61 saves in that game. Jacob Bratney adding 4 assists in that one. And I'll see if I can get you a little bit more of the summary here. The internet is not cooperating. He has 61 saves. 37 saves by Matt Lovey's on the other side of the table. 2 goals for Brudenhill, and Elijah Bratney with 2 goals as well. The other goal for Dawson Ellis. 4 assists, I said, for Jacob Bratney, and Andrew Benz with 2 assists. So that is a final for Tweed. The Jets and the Irish, they're in the second period. 3-0 lead for the Strathroy Jets in that one. That looks like it's going to be an epic barn burner as well. That league there's 2 separate leagues, folks, if you're wondering. The NPHL has the Metro and the Capital. They are 2 separate conferences that do not play each other, and I don't think they will play each other until the Outlaw tournament. Maybe they will. I'm not 100% sure how that's all going to go. Information is leaking out slowly for all of the undoings in this league. Fitzmaurice with a goal, and Griffiths with a goal, and McQueen with 2 assists for Brandon Buck in that one. Right there at the William Allman Memorial Arena. Other games around the league tonight. Shawville Pontiac sitting at 9-1. They'll play the South Stormont Mustangs, who are kind of sputtering right now, 5-5-0. They're not a 5-5-0 club. They'll look to turn that around on home ice tonight. Barry's Bay Wolves sitting at 5-3. They'll play the Poggin Falls Rapids. Tamworth plays the Wellington County Royals. Smith Falls Ritos play the Lindsay Barn Cats. And the Six Nations Ironmen play the Halton Hills Coyotes. We'll keep you up to date on all those games around the league here tonight. So as they clear the ice, they'll get ready for a flood. We will go into a quick break, and we'll actually do the last game that we did for Durham. We'll do the highlight package James has ready to go in the intermission going into the first period. And we also have the Barry's Bay highlights. as well, and they'll be in either the first or the second intermission. And again, Bulls Best will be along in that second intermission to tie you all in on all the games played and what's been going on here at the Dog Pound, celebrating their 50th anniversary. Not only that, Santa Claus is in the building and a teddy bear toss, so a lot happening at the Dog Pound. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back right after this. And above, you are witnessing an incredible spectacle. And I'm very privileged to be along for the ride and be your voice for this league. And we're underway. Taylor Best cuts into the middle, passes it over, backhand stop, the rebound's there. They can't put it home. Bickle shoots, scored! He banked it in off Adam Wiskel from in behind the net. And Bickle pops it home, and it's 1-0 early for the break up that play. And it's sent along the glass and out through center. Trying to get it over the blue line. And around to the other side. O'Donnell took a huge hit there. And he sent that over to Jeffers, who's got speed. And he's in on goal. The shot was stopped by Wiskel again. Off the blocker. He's been busy early. Jeffers taking control. He shoots and scores. And it's 2-0 Durham. Holy Dinah, indeed. Austin Jeffers, that's his second goal of the season. This is his 10th game played. And my goodness, that was his shift right there, coast to coast. Got the shot up. Wisco stopped him the first time. He came right back out in front of the net and fired at blocker side. And it's 2-0 Durham early on in this one. Across the line now. Nice move through the slender. Chance and a backhand and scores! Lindsay responds right away, and it's 2-1 now. Durham avoiding a huge hit coming across the trolley tracks. A neat little play and a backhand goal. And it looked like Chris Porter is the recipient of that one. Another mascot there, and that's back to the point though. Shot through redirected. Pegs in there, secure. Gordy can't win that draw. Mackenzie Smith in behind the net. That's in behind him. Chance down low in front of the net, and he scores! Brendan Wise on a beauty little play, and the Lindsay Barncats take over on a miscue inside of the Durham Hawks zone, and they've tied this game at 2. 12:39 to go here in the second period. That right there, folks, is what the forecheck will do for you. Make you make a rushed play inside your own zone because you know you're going to get hit, and it results in turnovers more often than not. Causes that too many times in the game. We're at about half a dozen already in this one. That's flipped off the glass by Noyes. He'll receive that puck again. Noyes in, looking to go to the net. Noyes behind the net and look for a wrap. A great play by Jeffers to thwart that opportunity. A chance there. Another stop by Horn. Jeffers, he sees an opening with 3 Barncats in behind the net below the hash marks. He's across the blue line. The shot. Wisco stops that one. Flipped out. Best. Toe drag. Look for the backhand. Back to the point. Rhino now. He can be lethal. Send that in behind the net to Best. Looking to Bickle in front. Shoots and scores! Brian Bickle right in the slot. His second of the game. A great play by Taylor Best. And Durham regains that 3-2, that 1-goal lead. And it's now 3-2. Great work in behind the net by Taylor Best. And Bickle, the recipient, right on the doorstep. Behind the net to Reinold. Throw that to Betts. Back to the blue line. The shot, Lemke off the glass. Hit along the half wall into the slot, and they'll drill it down the ice. And that'll kill the first minute of this power play. Stephen Horn trying to play that up. That will get to no one. A chance on goal. Shoots and scores! Short side, short-handed goal by Chris Porter. It's his second of the game, and it's a shorty that'll tie this game back up at 3. He can zoom in on the goals now with the new camera, so it's he's a busy beaver over there. He's got a lot to do, but he does a great job, big time. That's into the corner, trying to come out with it. Flicked along the wall. And that puck is going to be sent out through center by Zach Elson in the neutral zone. And that's given away. A break, a shot, score! Lindsay takes the lead 4-3 on another turnover inside the zone. And they are going crazy here at the Lindsay Recreational Complex. Unbelievable. They will not go away. And I think it was Ryan Oliver putting that one home. Will Jones can back anybody up with that boomer of a slap shot, which he did right there, faked it, forces Durham to back up a little bit, gives himself a bit of room. Hardy, Oliver, Noyes, Baxter, he'll get it at the point. That one's sent over to Daryl Thompson. Pass rink wide, shoots and scores! What a pass and what a goal! Unbelievable. And it's 5-3 Lindsay. A great passing play set up, and they convert. To the left of Stefan Horn. From the point, shot through stop by Horn. Spinning, throwing it back on goal. Best sends it up. It'll get to Rhino. He's got Bickle with him. Rhino shoots and scores! Andrew Reinhold fires it right off the crossbar and in. He has got one laser of a shot. And it's 5-4 now. Well, we knew it could have been a barn burner of a game. Goals are, you've got to have goals in this game. If not, it's something crazy's happened. Reinhold, Robinson, and Baker are all in the top 6 in goals. Tried to fire that on, knocked a stick right out of his hand. Darren Doherty trying to go in to pick that up, but he can't. Sent over to Brian Bickle. Bickle throwing it over to Taylor Best. Taylor Best into the slot, moves around 2 guys! He shoots and scores and wants to hear it from the crowd. What a move and what a play. And Durham has tied it up with 2 very quick goals here in the second period. Holy Dinah. They'll dump it in behind the net. Lemke is there first. Richardson giving chase, and he's knocked down. Scriver throwing it up through the middle of the ice. Bull, he's had a great game tonight. He's looking to move in, tries the turn, waits for some help, throws it back in behind the net, and Durham will set it up inside the zone. Looking back to the blue line. Scriver looking for the return pass. Lemke throwing it on goal! The tip and a goal! Durham takes back the lead 6-5 in the blink of an eye. The redirect from the point, Bull taking it inside the zone. The shot from the point from Lemke, and a beauty redirect from St. Hill. Unbelievable. Keep this rolling actually just till they clear the ice as the jawing continues between these 2 clubs. And we'll wait for them to clear the ice. And yeah, these 2 teams really, the rivalry continues, it builds, and I'll tell you this much, they do not like each other very much. It's taken them a little while to get off the ice here. Having a couple conversations, setting up some dinner reservations, and it looks like nothing's going to come. Yes, I just heard it over the announcements there. So we got live action. Lindsay, he's lifted. You could hear the bench hollering, he's coming. That's sifted in down low. Trying to go in there was Baxter, and he knew that hit was coming. He took it anyways and made the play. And Durham knocked down in front, scores! They get it rolling early, and they tie it 6-all, and we'll finally have a different score from the first 2 meetings. The third will not be a 6-5 final for Durham. It's 6-6. What a play! What a forecheck! That has been the tale of the tape tonight. And for Lindsay is Robinson. He is labeled by O'Donnell. Number 52 for Durham is a mean defenseman when he gets you in that corner, let me tell you. That pass over, and Richardson with it, sifted over. He's getting another chance with it. This time he'll rifle it on goal. Horn will make the save, and his D will clear it. And that is behind enemy lines. Rhino stops up, looking, the pass, and a great play defensively, and a great play to go to the net, but Porter slowed that play. What a pass! Slot over! Scores! The Barn Cats are on top again. It's 7-6. What a great passing play, and Lindsay's crowd erupts. And that song, I just love it. Knocked down the rebound, shot blocked. Another chance on the doorstep, and he's fired in behind the net. And this is going to be a wang doodle of a finish indeed. Throws it over to Reinhold. Shoots it high up over the net. Lemke sends it around to the other side. Back to the point. Betts looking to fire a shot through that maze of players in front. Looking into the corner. Bickle tries to send it, and he does to Reinhold. Reinhold gets himself some room into the slot. A great defensive play there by Brad Smulders. Shoots or screen! Scores! Andrew Reinhold again comes up big for Durham. And it's 7-7 with 53 and 2/10 to go. Unbelievable. Trying to throw it back into the corner. He's going in for the give and go, but a chance for... On the shore of the Bay of Quinte, located at the mouth of the Napanee River, is where NPHL Central is bringing you the clash between the Deseronto Bulldogs and the Durham Hawks from the Dog Pound in Deseronto, Ontario. The heritage here is deep and filled with so much love for the heritage that is the Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. The beautiful town was named after Captain John Deseronto, a native Mohawk leader who was a captain in the British military forces during the American Revolutionary War. Their namesake came from a man who was a leader in battle and literally had his name cemented in Deseronto history. The Bulldogs are battle-tested and have their eye on engraving their name in championship history in the best league in Ontario and in Quebec, the Northern Premier Hockey League. One battle much different than the other, but passion, dedication, and love for your town and country are center stage. Battle until the whistle sounds and deliver on a promise to be the best you can be and leave it all on the battlefield. Hello again, everyone. I'm Billy Bull, alongside my trusted colleague James Bull. He'll be doing it all, technically, as always, and we're going to look to bring you this incredible battle between two great teams. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. Both James and I have, and it's set to be a wang doodle of a hockey game. Offense, defense, and hopefully no special teams, because both teams are just too potent on this small ice surface. I mean, it'll be great, high scoring, but I'm a goalie, so I feel bad for both goalies. It's Stephen Horn at one end. Looks like it's Aaron Young at the other, and I'll have their stats for you right after we do our on-ice presentation. So get settled in, folks. And we will have the recorded version set up right after the game. It'll be crystal clear and all that type of stuff. But share, like, and follow, and get ready for this great game. Thanks for tuning in, folks. For James, myself, and all NPHL Central, thanks for tuning in, folks. Let's send it down to ringside for our beautiful O Canada. Another beautiful rendition of our O Canada, folks.
Number 16, Andrew Renault.
Your starting goaltenders tonight for either side. For the Deseronto Bulldogs, we'll start with the opposition teams, actually. For the Durham Hawks, they're sitting right now at 6-4-1, third in the Highlands. It'll be Stefan Horn, 4-3-1 with a 5.56 goals against and an 8.58 goals against average. At the other end of the ice, Aaron Young. He's been absolutely stellar all season long for Deseronto, and he'll look to do the exact same tonight. He's 4-1-1, 361 goals against a 916 save percentage. Deseronto sitting at 8-3-1, the first place team in the Highlands division. We'll see what this battle ensues here. It's going to be a physical one, short arena, folks, as well. It's a close quarters, and with the speed that these two teams possess, look for a lot of hitting and the passion, because they're 1-1 right now. Both teams have split the first two games. So who's got the upper hand as we turn the page, getting into the second half of the season and get close to the All-Star game. And we know Young and Kuipers are both vying for a spot in the All-Star game. I don't know if they will allow two goalies from the same team, but they've split the duties and their numbers are absolutely incredible. That save percentage still stands out to be .916 for Aaron Young and .911 for Corey Kuipers. It's absolutely incredible to have that kind of tandem. Well, we've got action. We're 29 seconds in, and I haven't described one part of this game yet. Fast-paced action early to the point. O'Donnell, he'll send that along the wall, but it'll be knocked down inside the Deseronto zone. He'll move it out through center. The pass cross ice from Brown. The shot, no, the redirected pass goes into the corner. And that'll be knocked down and sent up through the neutral zone by Scriver. O'Donnell getting into the offensive rush. The pass over is knocked down. Luke Brown, that guy, I'll tell you, 3.5 points a game. Tops in the league in assists. Tops in the league in points, tied with only Tate Leeson, who is the leader in goals in the season. So they'll both guaranteed be in the All-Star game. And as we know, Luke Brown will be the captain. Good giveaway inside the zone. I was certain he was going to turn that around Shaw, but he did the smart thing and threw it into the corner. Goes around to the other side. It's a giveaway back to the top of the circle and a shot, and a good block there. Fourth that opportunity is Austin Eastman. He has a laser of a shot, and it was blocked in front, turned back the other way, and Jason Shaw inside the zone. The snap shot kicked aside by Stefan Horn. Now they say in the second period it's a lot more difficult to make line changes because the opposition bench is on your side of the rink, but it's such a short arena that even dumping it in and trying to get a line change is incredibly difficult because it's coming right back the other way as fast as it comes in. It feels, I mean, it is such a small arena, it is wild, let me tell you. Looks like James is having some problems. Shot from the point, stopped by Horn. The rebound's there. And we're back. Out through center they go. Lost the puck there. It was turned over. Gustafson hit along the wall. And that's thrown into the corner. Oh, James unplugged it. Oh, I see. Okay. And that's along the wall. Chip back in. The Deseronto defensive coffers. Sent through center. Bradley tried to knock that down. They'll move it back in to the Durham zone. Up through center. Dumped into Deseronto's end. And that's fired just short side and wide. Turned back the other way. Comes Deseronto in through the mid-ice area. Gustafson will throw that on, and Horn will steer that up into the mesh. We played 2 minutes and 46 seconds in this first period, and it is an equal test for either side. It's going to be a great game, let me tell you. Gotta love it when you've got two incredible teams on the ice playing, because you know you're in for a treat. Rhino with the draw, moves that quickly back to the point. Horn stops it and dropped just into his pads, but was blown dead for the whistle. Ironberg with Hall. Looks like Cannon's on the far side. Shot from the point. Johnny Hill behind the net. and out comes Zach Betts. Back pass that over to O'Donnell. Betts sends it through the mid-ice area. It'll negate icing, tipping it in. This is going to be quite a game, folks. You can see the intensity early on. To the corner, Lamers throwing it around to the far side. Slips that one down the ice, and it is gonna go for icing.
Reminder fans, 50/50 tickets and funds for second are available in the lobby during the intermission.
To the right of Stephen Horn. One back for the Hawks. Thrown in behind the net, sifts along the boards to Ackerman. He's got to move it quick, and he does. Deseronto zone now. Over to Tongue. That pass over. Will connect with Panetta, but it's given away. The chance and a shot, and Aaron Young comes out to meet that one and make a great save. Not a lot of shots early on because it's a scrum fest, to be totally honest with you. You know, that's the way it is with these two teams. They're trying to move the puck, but it's hard on the small ice surface to go fast and taking away space quickly. You have got to have your best foot forward in these games, because if you don't, the quick puck movement, you've got to be fast and you've got to be intense. And this is out through center. Luke Brown. Pass over. Taken away by Durham. That almost went out of play. Caused a penalty. Here's Gray trying to hot foot on that and ship it ahead, but a nice quick play there by Panetta for that opportunity. Behind the net. Reverse play. Hard pass up by Mackenzie Smith. Thrown along the way. Gray will fire that in behind the net. Jones coming in to meet the puck at the blue line. He will, but he'll stumble. And the Bulldogs with a 4-on-2 back the other way. The pass over to Tongue. Siff slot, and a great stop by Horn. The rebound's on the doorstep. It goes into the corner, and Deseronto will set up. Brown hit along the wall into the corner, throwing it back to Brown. Brown, he's got a man behind him, but he didn't see it. Betts stood him up at the blue line. They need a line change in across the blue line, and that's chipped in around the boards by Lemke. It'll go out of play. Great chance there. To the right, we have only played 4 minutes. We've only played 4 minutes and 41 seconds. This is going to be an amazing game. I'll tell you that. That draws one. Scrum, though, by the Bulldogs. And behind the net to Chad Duchesne. That pass over will connect. They'll get across the line. They'll rip the shot. Horn stops that one. And they'll flip it out through center. Chad Duchesne, I'll tell you, is a welcome addition to Deseronto. Good Lord above. Jason Shaw going into the corner, but he'll leave it for Eastman. Eastman turning, looking back to the blue line, but it's covered. Pinned along the wall, back to the point, and it'll just roll on Cohen's stick and come out to center. No regroup. Chad Duchesne, a high-octane defenseman for Deseronto, just adds another level to this already potent offense. That chip by Shaw goes in behind the net. Lemke trying to force him out. A good defensive play by St. Hill to deflect it away from the front of the net. And St. Hill smart to regroup and go behind his own net. That went out through the neutral zone. And it's going to be an offside if they touch it. So they do get a chance to do a full on-line change as Dakota Betts calls for reinforcements, and it's Rhino through center. And he was lined up there by Cannons. Throwing it in behind the net. And back out they come. Long pass. And that's knocked down. Back into their own zone. Trying to move this out. And it'll get to Horn. He'll play it around the wall. And quickly O'Donnell gets back. Gonna send it through the mid-ice area. It hits a stick and almost landed on the tape of Gustafson. So he takes a shot on the mouth from O'Donnell. O'Donnell, big and tough, number 52 for Durham. That pass out in front of the net, and he's held up by Ackerman. And through center is Jones. He'll send that in. Aaron Young. I mean, that is a lot of confidence right there in his playing ability as he just throws the stick out to make a nice slick play on that one. You still dying of heat, boy? No? Good. feet are cold. Do you want my socks? I brought the warm ones this time. The draw to the left of Aaron Young. Flipped out through center, and that's going to go all the way down for an icing. And we got Santa in behind us here. See if you can get him when he goes by, James. How are you, my man? Ho, ho, ho. Yes, sir, indeed. Gotta love it. A lot going on around here on the Dog Pound in their 50th anniversary as well. They got Santa, pardon? 50th anniversary? It's this season, right there on the ice. Yep. They got the teddy bear toss, Santa Claus, and a lot of youngsters out here tonight as well. Watch this great game. Young, he'll knock that down. Play that over, but it's just out of his reach. The backhand pass of the slot. It'll go all the way back into the neutral zone. Lemke, sure-footed as a mountain goat. So is Mackenzie Smith, both of them. That's chipped up. That's close to too many men on the ice. Holy Dinah indeed. They were hollering for it. Chipped over, and he couldn't complete it. It's back into the neutral zone, and they'll flip it in to get a line change. And Deseronto, well, Johnny Hill making the smart play as always, just going in behind the net, and no icing. Hauling for it. Jeffers behind his own net. Chasing there on him is Hudgen. Keeping a close eye on him. That's a long ice pass just out of the reach, and it's going to go all the way down for icing. And they'll bring it back into the Durham zone. To the right of Stefan Horn. He's been busy early on in this one, let me tell you. False start on the draw. They just can't get it going. There we go. Bradley gets tied up at the draw, but Deseronto wins it. And a big hit there by Luigi Martone for end of the show at the blue line. To the right of Horn. Bradley, he gives it his all on those draws, let me tell you. Dumped in. Young, it took a funny bounce on him, and instead of going to his tape, it went right to his feet. That's got to be scary. Passed across the blue line and in. The drop pass, chipped away from them. And they'll move it back into their own zone. Deseronto through center. Would move around a man. Dropped to his backhand. A bit of a muck play here. Turns into a chance for Tongue. The backhand into the slot. A good to play by Martone to thwart that chance in front of the net. Trying to get around him in the corner. And a good play there to take the body by Betts back to the point. The shot through the redirect goes into the corner. Back point. Shot and a stop by Horn. Great job in front of that net by Engelung. Flipped out through center. That'll go all the way down. They want they want a line change, but that is not going to do it. And it'll be inside the Durham zone. 11:14 remaining here in the first period. Martone trying to get the advantage on that one, and they're going to send him out. It's against Austin Eastman. You've definitely got to try and get an advantage when it's Austin Eastman at the face-off. He's really good at the draws. Martone figured he would get a second opportunity, but that's back to the top of the circle. The shot through, and that'll go up and out of play. Chad Duchesne had it roll on him just at that last second, and we'll have a face-off inside the zone. Inside the zone. To the right of Horn. They are real, you can tell the intensity. I mean, they are trying to get any advantage they can on any draw. It's in front of the net, wide open, and Horn shuts the door. Poles come off the pegs, but he still made the save. James, see if you can get that real quick, the baby. I mean, how can a baby sleep through that much noise and that much loud? I can guarantee you at home. Down to Young, around the net, to the blue line, and kept in. Ackerman, the pass over, hits a leg and goes in behind the net. Chad Duchesne looking up ice. He's got wheels and he has talent, and he dumps it in and chases after it. As a defenseman, he'll get there first as well. Leaves the puck, looking into the slot, and a good defensive play to kick that out. And Ackerman, rink-wide pass over to St. Hill. He'll dump that in around the net. And Young, he will play it, but coming after him was Ackerman. Duchesne in behind the net. Good shift for him. It's a long one. And for a few of the other guys as well, he knows they wanted to get off, and they will give him the opportunity. A hard pass off the boards. That'll get into Jeffers' stick, and they'll chip it back into the zone, trying to chip it around him there, and he just missed an opportunity for a break. Jeffers again along the wall to Jones. Jones will lose that battle against two Deseronto superstars in Cannons and Gustafson. Lemke trying to move that. Oh, sorry, James. Trying to move that in front of that. Back to the point. The shot through the redirect and goes into the corner. Lemke back in behind the net. They'll do it again. Chipped in behind the net. I'll tell you, these games, they the 30-second shifts in this small arena and the intensity really gasses you, so you've really got to mind your minutes. That's got to be the 15th shot from the mid-ice area on Young, but he's there steering him aside. That's down to Betts into the corner. He'll backhand that along the wall to Lemke. And they're out with great speed. Coming through is Mood. He can't get around him. Mood into the slot. Martone, who's in his feet to the point. The shot, short side, and that hit Ironberg, and it didn't feel good at all. But he is a warrior, and he'll stay out there until they get it out of the zone. But that hit nothing but leg. Chipped into the zone, and Ironberg will make his way off the ice. Keep an eye on that. He's knocked down. O'Donnell was hoping for a penalty there. The point, ripped a shot wide of the net. The dot. Gonna move it out. Takes a hit from two Bulldogs. The hitting is starting to pick up. Lamers with a hit that. Oh, that looks like a DeMaio. That looks like that was now. I thought it was 22, but it can't be. Into the slot. And they get it out to center. Over to Ackerman. This is something else, folks. Rhino through center. Rhino snaps a shot. He just missed the far side corner. Lemke into the slot area and knocked away. Again, Rhino, what a save by Young. Gets the blocker on that one. Rhino threw that up into Graham Lamers. He'll make tidy work of that. Cross the blue line. The drop pass to Tongue. He'll throw that back again. That's knocked down. And St. Hill with great wheels out through center. Sends it up to Ackerman. This is a great line. St. Hill, and what a great save again. Holy Dinah, Aaron Hill makes 2 10-bellers in a row to keep this 0-0. Wow. What a glove. And Young making his case for the All-Star game. Scriver trying to win that back. A good job there to win the battle for Hudgen. Neutral zone. Bats across the line. He's got a wicked shot, but he'll use his speed to get the outside. Drop pass. And a great defensive play there by Hudgen. Throwing it back behind the net, but Scriver is there quickly. 3 Bulldogs were back to thwart that opportunity. Sent through the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Keeps it on side. Tongue trying to get a shot, and a nice save there by Stephen Horn. And they'll blow it dead. Draw to the right of Horn. Neither team able to break the goaltending duels of Horn and Young. Great battle. The draw ripped around the wall to the blue line and out, and it's not going to be an icing. As Duchesne is back to get that one, throwing it up through center. Scriver can't knock it down. Across the blue line, Noah Brandt turns that over to Jones. Jones sends it over to Scriver. They're doing a line change, so it's a 1-on-5. He'll look up and nobody there with him. What a battle. Chance and a save by Young. What a stop by the Bulldogs keeper. Eastman trying to make it in. Ooh, he's knocked down in behind the net. Looking to come out with it, and they can't. Send that up through the mid-ice area. A huge hit. Mackenzie Smith got out of the way of it. Across the line, shot, and he got unloaded on Bradley. What a hit, but he'll looking to give it back to him. The hitting's picking up, so get ready for it. Throws him aside. Nice play by Betts. That pass over. Ripped it around the wall, and they'll go and give a dump and chase from Mood. The blue line, and Lemke did a smart play by staying for the red line, and they'll move it back into their own zone and set it up. Let Betts looking up ice. He will connect. Ackerman across the line. Shot, and Young is on quite the, is really zoned in. Shot from the point. That bouncing puck, not an easy one to contain. So it can take a hop anywhere. We've seen that in the NHL from Vesatoskala. So a 200-foot shot that bounced the entire way in. Young, be careful with that one. 5:37 to go here. Wow, that's awesome. Cool. Deseronto gives us a shout out there. Pretty cool. Across the blue line and in. Turning away from the front of the net. Smart idea there. Back to the blue line. The shot. Quick footwork by Stefan Horn. Ackerman, the pass across. Tried the give and go, and a good defensive play will thwart that opportunity. It's into the corner. Trying to throw that back along the wall. Gustafson's pass connects. But Durham is back to make the nice play. Throw it into the Deseronto zone. Trying to backhand that puck by Yule. And he'll hold on, and line changes ensue wholesale on either side to the neutral zone. Great defensive play by O'Donnell. You can't get away from O'Donnell there was Steve Norman. Cross through the neutral zone and in. Looking in front of the net, and a good play there by Young to thwart that opportunity. Out through center. Flipped along the wall. That'll come back into the Deseronto zone with 4:30 to go here in the first period of it. What a great tilt we are in store for tonight, folks. To the neutral zone. The flip pass over. Overland couldn't complete the play, and they're out through center. Jeffers comes across the blue line. He gets around him. The shot, and he put it up off the glass, back to the blue line for Gray. He'll send it in around the net, and Scriver will meet that on the wall. Tried to fire it towards the net. The Deseronto defense is something else tonight. Good Lord above. Both sides have been, to be honest with you, but that's going to go 200 feet. It's going to be an icing. You're going to have to start it off again with the same unit. And no line changes can be made. Draw to the right of Young's, one back to Lemke. Shot through, redirected there. That's the only way you're going to beat Young, let me tell you, is on a screen and a redirect. He is in the zone tonight. Off the wall, sent back into the corner. Pass over, trying to get to two-touch pass out of the zone. They'll restart it again. 3:35 remaining here. First period. Oh boy, he just got out of the way of that one. And Durham will be smart to bring it back. Well, they'll dump it in, and they do. They need a line change. Bradley and company heading for the doors. Through center. Good move there to get in and get position. Fired it to Brown, but it was out of his way. Rhino with speed, trying to get away from him. Rhino, the drop. Lemke! He fanned on it, and Young was there to kick out the mess that one. Tongue across the line. Tongue shot. And Horn stops it. Looked like Ackerman deflected that. And Horn was still able. Oh, squeezed the legs to keep that one out. Back to inside the Durham zone. 3 minutes and 1 penny remaining here in the first period. That's one over to O'Donnell. Throw that in behind the net. Around to the other side. Noah Brandt back to the blue line. Brandt shot through. Kicked over to the corner. And Rhino to Ackerman. But Deseronto back in numbers is Cohen's, and I wouldn't want to be going against him one-on-one. Back to Jones, over to O'Donnell. The shot and a great defensive play blocks that one by Cohen's. Rifles a pass. That could have been a breakaway for Deseronto's number 90, Nathan Hudgen. Great hockey early on in this one. And if you are not here, you need to get down to the Dog Pound in Deseronto. And if these guys meet each other in the playoffs, it's going to be an epic series. And I hope we're on board for it because we love great hockey. DHL Central thrives on it, and so do you, the viewer at home. Behind the net, sent around the wall. And Shaw will pick that up and send it out through center. That right there is hearing footsteps, folks. The hitting has been so high in this game that every time you touch it and you haven't seen where the other guys are, you want to move it right away. Austin Eastman in the corner getting set for a hit. He'll protect himself and just about come out with the puck. He's knocked down. The puck is loose. Both guys over there having a little chat about it. Shaw hooks bets, and the refs are letting him play. You've got to love that. Scriver across the blue line. Scriver sends it in as he's in on a 1-on-5. Help comes now in Mood, but just a little bit late as they were in a line change across the line. Eastman drop pass, shot, hit the goal post and stays out. A pass ahead to Mood. He'll gain the blue line and send it around for Smith. Ironberg's there and he is okay. Glad to hear that. After he took a wicked shot in the defensive end earlier on in this period. Jeffers takes the hit, gets it to Mood. Mood will try and get in. Throw it over to Martone. Spins on his man. Gustafson there neatly plays it into the corner. And Deseronto is out and on the move on a 3-on-2. The drop. Gustafson shot! Hit the goalpost again and stays out. Unbelievable. Warren will be kissing the posts after this period. The drop pass to Bradley. He looks up ice. He's being harassed by Mitch Gustafson. Tries to throw that into the zone. And that'll be knocked down by the Bulldogs. Sent up through center. Dakota Betts will gain the blue line. Snap that in behind the net. They'll chase after it. St. Hill behind the net. Head up the whole way. Oh, he just wanted the little tip. Couldn't get it. Keep it inside the zone and a huge hit in the corner. Back to the point, the shot through. Ironberg with a big one there. Half wall. Ackerman the shot. Great save by Young. He didn't see it to the last second. Lemke hoping to have the last possession of the period. 25 seconds remaining. Crossing the line, Lemke with speed. Turns up, looking for support. Sees Ackerman, but he was covered. Looking in behind the net, kicks it. Deseronto will get it out to center. 8 seconds remaining. Nobody wants to give up a goal here in the late stages of this period. Young protecting the puck, and as the time winds down, we will go to the second period, still looking for our first goal as the Bulldogs and the Hawks are putting on a performance we definitely knew was going to happen. A great back and forth battle on the small ice surface from two quick, talented teams, and this is what you get. A barn burner of a hockey game. So we weren't able to finish off. Are you able to get it to that spot again, James? He can. So we're going to, I don't know if you're watching the opening, but it's a really long highlight reel in the 8-7 final there, Lindsay and Durham. But we're going to give you the last few moments that you weren't able to see in the pregame. Last weekend's tilt between the Lindsay Barncats and the Durham Hawks. We hope you enjoy it. All set up by James. And above, you are witnessing back to the point. Betts looking to fire a shot through that maze of players in front. Looking into the corner. Bickle tries to send it, and he does to Reinhold. Reinhold gets himself some room into the slot. A great defensive play there by Brad Smulders. Shoots or screen! Scores! Andrew Reinhold again comes up big for Durham. And it's 7-7 with 53 and 2/10 to go. Unbelievable. Trying to throw it back into the corner. He's going in for the give and go, but a chance for Reinhold. He's way up ice. That's sent up. And Robinson was there to lock him down. Reinhold, he still sends it around the net. Ackerman is there. 14 seconds remaining in the overtime. Ackerman getting into the slot. Ackerman knocked off the stick. 7 seconds remaining into the slot. Lemke shot. Rebound. What an unreal save by Adam Wisco. And we're going to end the overtime in a 7-7 tie. Can you believe it, folks? Wow. Okay, first guy up is Andrew Reinhold. Let's see if he can pop one here. Andrew Reinhold versus Wisco. Wisco stays right with him and makes the save. Cameron Robinson. He's the other guy right with Rhino. They have two of them here in Lindsay, and Cameron is one of them. He's in. On goal. Fakes it. Score! Cameron Robinson. Magic hands. 1-0 Lindsay. Ackerman. He has got magic mitts as well. He's got great speed. Will he utilize it here? Yes, he will. Comes in fast and furious on Wisco. Shot, and Wisco again. Stones him. Can Brad Smulders do it? Right here. The assistant captain for a reason. Brad Smulders picks the puck up at center. And he's in. Scores! That'll do it from Lindsay. Brad Smulders ices this game away. And the Lindsay Barncats, after 3 attempts, that one will be theirs. They'll have another opportunity in Durham. Well, it was exactly what we thought for the first 20 minutes. Back and forth, even tilt. Shots on goal, 14-12 in favor of Deseronto in that first period, but it was even, Steven. I mean, Deseronto really pushed the issue in the first 5 to 7 minutes of the game. Durham made their pushback. Neither team could beat either goalie. Horn and Young have been incredible. Aaron Young with 3 spectacular saves in that period in a row, and the beautiful glove save at about the 10-minute mark of the first period got this crowd up and running. But the physicality starting to pick up. The defensive game for both sides looks to be the key part of this game for either side. They know the fire wagon hockey is not going to get it done. It's not going to result in a W. So you've got to play on this small ice surface with both teams being so big, so fast, and so creative that you've got to play defense first, take care of your own zone, and then move and take your opportunities when they come. So it's been a great game for the first 20, exactly what we expected. James has got the Barry's Bay versus the South Grenville game. We'll play in the second intermission. I'll get everybody updated on the games around the league throughout this period and in the second intermission for Bowls Best. And stay tuned, folks. It's going to be a great finish to a great game. Alrighty, and we're back. First period, shots on goal, 14-12, as I was saying, in favor of Deseronto. No penalties to record in the first 20 minutes as well. It's such a physical game. It just shows you how talented these two teams are, and trying to keep it in between the lines. The officiating gives them an easier job to let these two teams play. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. The recorded version will be on later on tonight. Running on Deseronto's Wi-Fi. But we like to try and bring it to you live at home. And, you know, like I say, Rogers Sportsnet, they have a $1 billion budget. We have a no budget. So, you know, we're doing the best that we can. And, you know, there's not a lot that you can't rightly stream a game without Ethernet. You can't make it perfect, but we do the best that we can. And James has little tricks here that he uses to try and get it a little cleaner as much as he can. But yeah, Deseronto's Wi-Fi is not the greatest. I'm hoping, I've been talking to the league and hoping somehow, some way we can get Ethernet throughout every arena in the league, but it's a huge process. That's the way it is. It's just the way it is. I was trying to check out the who he is actually, 28, because it was supposed to be Hall, but I couldn't get my. It is Zach Hall, yeah. He's up for Deseronto, number 28. And next time he's on, I will give you the notes on that. Around the league, as we get set for this period, Mustangs and Pontiacs tied at 1. Pontiacs with that sparkling 9-1 record, they will be tested against the Mustangs, and the Mustangs are going to be a hard team to play for the rest of the season. They're going to look to turn their 500 record around. No score yet with the Rapids and the Wolves. They are just underway. Finals between the Oil Kings, 5-3 over the Lumberjacks, 10-1 Rockets over the Wild, and the Jets leading the Irish 4-1. That is in the third period. Well, there's a teddy bear toss coming, and Santa is in the building. So it's a festive game that we have here at the Dog Pound for the 50th anniversary as well of the Russell Community Center here in Deseronto. Through center, opportunity here early on, chipped off his stick. Rhino sending that up to Ackerman. Ackerman, he'll dump that in on Young. Young will leave it. A shot by Rhino and a stop by Hill to make the save on that one. I'll tell you, Aaron Young, he is a rebound machine. Doesn't allow a lot of them. And there he just left for his D. Friend over to Brown. Pass over. Looking back into the slot. Brown looking the return pass. It could be a 3-on-2 here, breaking out for Durham. Ackerman, pass over to Rhino on his backhand. It'll go into the corner. Send it around the wall to Lemke. Sip pass over to Ackerman, sending it around behind the net again for St. Hill. He couldn't pick it up. Rhino knocking his man down. Spills into the corner there for Jacob Fred. But Deseronto moves out through center with speed. Wheeling through his Panetta. The drop pass over. And Luke Brown couldn't complete the pass and back on that one. A chance and tight for Deseronto. Two big chances, but Durham, good defense, thwarts that opportunity. Lemke out through center. The blue line. The pass over the dot. The shot hits the outside of the net. And he tried to bank it off Young. And that just comes out through center. Noah Brandt strong on O'Donnell. And it'll result in Shaw getting it inside the zone. Jones pushing him into the corner. Backhand pass to Duchesne. The backhand stopped by Horn. And they clear the front of the net. They get out through center. Pass over to Chad Duchesne. Duchesne back over into the feet of Cones. Duchesne over to Noah Brandt. O'Donnell, and they'll call it offside. And Durham did not like that one. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, Shane, a lot of these guys, OHL, they played over in Europe, former NHLers, high prospects in the AHL, and it's incredible to be able to say, I saw that guy, like you say, in the OHL or in the NHL or where have you, and just to add so much to this league as well. A send through center. Cheryl, #1 fan, we appreciate you being on hand every week. Try to bring it to you live if we can. That's sent over to Austin Eastman. He's out through center. Eastman, the pass over. It's Mood and O'Donnell. Will break up that play. That's sent behind the net to Noah Brandt, and Jeffers fills him in, and that is going to be 2 for Back to the point. Pass over to the blue line. Into the corner. James.
Penalty to number 12, Austin Jeffers. 2 minutes from 40. Time of the penalty, 17.
The blue line now. Pass into the corner. Throwing it in front of the net. Back to the point.
Converse Plumbing.
Looking into the corner. Back to the point now. Chance for Deseronto. The shot. A stop by Horn. Rebound, and he stopped that one too. Trying to find that puck. Deseronto is set up on this power play. Cross ice. Cannons. Shot. A great save by Horn. The rebound is there, but he finds that one as well. Then it gets to the blue line and out. Deseronto buzzing. A minute and 4 seconds remaining in the power play. Loading up in their own zone. Through center with speed is Tung. What a move around. He just about got past Betts with the support of Lemke. He's pinned into the corner. Sending the slot rip to the point, kept in, Chance, half slap. Oh, he tried the 1-2 over to Luke Brown. To the slot, and he just missed the far side. Back to the blue line, along the wall. That pass into the slot area is broken up. Ackerman, with speed, will get across the blue line and rifle that one off the glass. Around to the Durham bench and sent out to Luke Brown. 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Sent across ice. Shot and a great save by Stefan Horn. Again, this time on Jordan Cannons. Rhino, as this penalty is expiring, he's going to try one here. Around him the backhand, and Young closes the door. Looking into the slot, turned over, and 3 Bulldogs out to center. 2 as they need a line change. Coming in the shot, and a kick save by Stefan Horn. Scriver. Pass to Shane, a 3-on-2 chance here. Scriver backhand pass in front of the net to St. Hill. Bouncing puck will go Deseronto's way, and out through center ice comes Noah Brandt. Using his stride, the shot, and great back check there by Gray. Takes away a chance for Deseronto to the neutral zone. That pass over to Gray. Hits Scriver in stride, and he just couldn't get the pass off the blue line. He'll throw that back into the corner. Up the ice to Cannons. And Deseronto will take their time. Waiting for a line change. Jones has got him in the corner here. Duchesne to Gustafson. Over to Duchesne. Flipped it out through center. Dakota Betts will knock it down. With inside the line. Dump it around the net. Mood going in quickly after that one. Pick it off. Ripped. It's a leg. Goes all the way back to Stefan Horn. And he's going to hold on for the whistle. Draw to the right with Stefan Horn. Something's going on with Horn, actually. Some discomfort, and they'll bring out the training staff. Make sure he's okay. Horn is going to come out of this game. Not sure what happened, but comes Alex Lepizera. I hope he's all right. And Lepizera on the season, he's 2-1 with a 428 goals against and an 896 save percentage. Stefan, we hope you're all right, buddy. To tweak something. Lepizera will get a moment, stretch it out. Himself set up here for the second period. It's Alex Young, the net. Aaron Young in the net for the Bulldogs, and at the other end, it's Alex Lapizera for Durham. Austin Eastman, the draw, he'll win that back. It's too strong. Come all the way back, the Deseronto zone. Panetta off the wall, out through center ice. They'll knock that down. Friend to Eastman. A drop to Brown. Slips a pass over to Tongue, and he couldn't get that in deep. It's out through the neutral zone and back, sent into Durham's zone, and they're out through with speed. Trying to get around him is Jeffers. Behind the net, looking out in front of the net. He is strong on that puck. Looking out in front of the net, and a great defensive play will thwart that opportunity, and they may have a 2-on-1 break here. Brown, the pass over, and Ackerman will steal that opportunity. His tongue was going to the net. Backpedaling into their own zone. Panetta. Pass over, Tongue. Trying to get around him, but he was a little bit early. It's going to go offside. Terrific hockey back and forth. And still without a goal. Nothing. You had an 8-minute long clip, and now you'll have a 1-minute long clip for this game, James. Just outside the Durham zone. And that's won by the Hawks. Lemke, the pass over to Mackenzie Smith as he scampers out through center. And St. Hill will redirect that into the corner. Steinberg, Lamers can't move it out. A shot through, and Young will make the save on that one. Tricky play, and he'll hold on to that one for the whistle. Absolutely spectacular in this game. Knocked his stick out of his hand. And Zach Hall looks like he needs a line change. Oh, it's St. Hill. He's going to the box, 2 minutes. Might be unsportsmanlike. The Bulldogs will get another power play here in the second period. I slashed his stick out of his hand. I think it's a 2-minute unsportsmanlike penalty, I'm pretty sure. Second chance for the Bulldogs. There were no penalties in that first period.
Durham penalty number 21. Josh Stickfield. 2 minutes for slashing.
Slashing. 2 minutes.
This Deseronto power play is brought to you by Freeze Petroleum.
To Josh St. Hill of the Durham Hawks. And Lapizera will get his first action of this game. Guaranteed on this power play. One back to the blue line. Going to the half wall. Brown to the corner. Chance cross ice, and he wrung it off the post. And it stays out. And you can tell actually that Zach Hall was happy on that draw. He immediately skated off the ice to put out the power play unit. He knew it was a penalty upcoming. And I'm not sure if he was the one that drew it, but that's the type of guy that gets you power plays and gets you opportunities, draws penalties, gets under the other team's skin. If that was him that drew the penalty, I'm not sure if it was, but chance to pass over, shot, and he ripped it short side. Luke Brown looks skyward. He doesn't miss those very often. To the point. The pass over by Tongue. Throwing it down low. What a save by Lapizera to kick the pad out on that one. That'll come all the way back into the Deseronto zone. Pass over by Tongue to Brown. Drop past Eastman. It's too short. And it'll be sent all the way down to the Deseronto end. 1:11 remaining. in the power play for the Bulldogs. They'll turn it back into their own zone, and Johnny Hill will try and start this up. Potent offensive power play, but they are being harassed in their own zone here by Scriver and company. Sitting at a 28% clip on the power play are the Deseronto Bulldogs. The Durham Hawks are at 73% on the penalty kill. .46 seconds remaining in the power play for Deseronto. Circling in the neutral zone. That puck's hopping on him a little bit, but he'll be able to make the play. That gets in through the neutral zone and in the shot. He fired it far side and wide. Luke Brown. Pass over to Noah Brandt. Duchesne shot through, redirected up into the mesh. And they'll have another stoppage in play. Still waiting for our first goal of the game. Pass over, shot through, and a great save by LaPazera, looking for the rebound. Cannons back to Arnberg. Cannons looking back to Arnberg. Pass over to Duchesne, a hard low shot. He's kicked aside by LaPazera. Duchesne loses his stick, or uses his foot to keep it along the wall, and it's at the blue line. And Deseronto wants it to be blown dead, so their power play isn't over, but there's only 3 seconds remaining as it is. And that will basically kill the rest of it. St. Hill will be out of the box. Another big kill for Durham. Line change for either side here. It's one back. Owens over to Duchesne. Duchesne, he'll throw that in. We are 5 aside. LaPazera will ring it around the wall. Down by the Bulldogs. Lemke. Kicks up ice to Ackerman. That pass over to Rhino. Sent out through center to St. Hill. Hit him in the left foot. Drill that into the corner. Deseronto. And it's turned over. Ackerman to Rhino. Rhino tried to get it to Ackerman. A sauce pass. Just couldn't knock it down. Complete the play. St. Hill chips it in behind the net. Touch pass. Slot. That's controlled by Deseronto. Ackerman along the wall. Rhino looking out in front of the net to St. Hill. 3 Bulldogs supporting the puck along the wall here. Gustafson in behind the net. Owens. Back over to Chad Duchesne. That is going to go all the way down for Shaw. Shot stopped by LaPazera. Put that up in the neutral zone for Owens. On him quickly is Mood. Chases St. Hill as well, but he needs a line change. That pass over connects. He's in on goal. What a great defensive play by Jeffers. The redirect kicked out by LaPazera. Lets the puck settle down, and he shoots and scores. Alex Ewell, the redirect in front of that net, caused a rebound. They pumped it through the 5-hole, and it is 1-0, and I think this is where the teddy bear toss comes into play. I'm pretty sure, yep, there it is, the teddy bear toss. First goal of the game, and they will scatter the ice. Some teddy bears. Very nice. Kudos, Deseronto, nice job. Nice goal too. Took a long time to get there, but they did. On a rebound. And a town scoreboard as well. Jets leading the Irish, that's late in the third. Shawville leads the Mustangs 4-3. That's in the second period. Great game there. The Barry's Bay Wolves leading the Poggen Falls Rapids 3-0. It's in the second period. Tamworth Sabres leading the Royals 1-0. And the Barncats, Ritos, Coyotes, and Ironmen are just underway. Well, we've got our first goal of the game just at the halfway point of. Mustangs have tied it up with the Pontiacs. That's just at the halfway point here of the second period. Alex Ewell on the doorstep. Pops it home.
The Deseronto Bulldogs 10-year toss goal was scored by number 7, Luke Brown.
Oh, I guess it was Luke Brown. I thought it was Ewell.
Nick Gustafson. And number 44, Ethan Cohn.
No, it's his 16th of the year, Luke Brown. He just keeps rolling. And right now, he is the leader outright. Most points in the league. Him and Tate Leeson were tied coming into this game. And now it is a Luke Brown sitting along the top of the leaderboard with his 36th point of the season. And in this period, actually, Deseronto had shots 7-3. Aaron Young has done his job between those pipes tonight. But Becerra, I mean, he's just coming into this game. It was a power play. Warren had played great as well, but not a lot you can do on that one. And we are coming back center ice. And a face-off one for the Bulldogs as they control. Pass over to Friend across the blue line. That's stiff pass over. Blue will pick it off, send it off the wall, and it'll get in the Deseronto zone with a quick turn. And this is what Deseronto does very well, is control a lead. Overland shot, stopped by La Pizzera behind the net. Trying to get there quickly. That's it to the top of the circle, and La Pizzera scampers back and gets the glove on that one. What a great save indeed. Good Lord above. The Hawks sitting. There was a question in the chat here. I'll get it. Pass the top of the circle. Thrown into the corner. Knocked down into the slot. Chance scores! Right on the doorstep. And Deseronto is up 2-0. A shot knocked down. He was patient. Right on the doorstep. Nothing La Pizzera can do on that one. The Bulldogs lead it 2-0. Just over the halfway point in the second period. Yeah, the Durham Hawks are 6-4-1 right now. They're sitting in third place in the Highlands, and Deseronto is 8-3-1. They're at the top of the Highlands division. In behind the net with speed as they come out. Through center is Panetta. Gains the blue line. That pass over into the slot. Can't pull the trigger. This time he does. And clear the front of the net. 5 Hawks behind that into hash mark area for Durham. We'll go back to the blue line. Friend with a nice move there. Try and get around the oncoming forechecker at the blue line. Sent into the slot. Dakota Betts throws it. And Luke Brown will pick it off in the corner. He's looking out in the front of the net and he'll throw it. Go to the top of the circle and cycle it to the blue line. Try to get around him. Turn it back to the point. The pass over. They're in. The shot. Scores! That's 3 straight. The Bulldogs are rolling. What a pass and what a goal. They are really hemming Durham inside their own zone now. And they've got to find a counterpunch here. They've got to get something of their own going. Deseronto is a team that scores in bunches. Draws one. Sent into the neutral zone. Jeffers gives him a little swat. Rhino across the line. Hits a stick, goes up into the mesh, and it'll be inside the Deseronto zone for a face-off. Well, this crowd's loving it, and it is a really nice crowd here in Deseronto tonight, let me tell you. One for Durham. Deseronto will pick it off. Jeffers tries to send it towards the net. Picked off by Smith, and his second effort will move that back into the Bulldog zone. Racing through center is Austin Eastman. Lightning player he is. Backhand, stop the rebound, and Lapazera gets to that too. Shaw to the front of the net. Ackerman trying to get there, but Eastman is so quick. Look at that move. Austin Eastman, the pass over into the slot, and they just couldn't complete it. Sent to the neutral zone, and it's Andrew Reinhold now. Reinhold shoots it short side and wide. Shaw knocked down by St. Hill. Arnberg behind his own net. Send that over to Kaplan. Danny Hill. He'll wait for his mates to get set up. As they're all spread out, there isn't one guy back in their own zone. That's just to get a line change going. There's one guy, and there's nobody moving inside their zone because they're trying to get a line change. It worked out perfectly, and it's not going to be nice. And Dakota Betts, he'll backhand that off the wall. And that will get out through center. Tip pass over by Mood. And there's Luigi Martone, the legend. Don skates the pass over to O'Donnell, the backhand, and that'll go up into the mesh. And they'll bring it down for a face-off inside the Deseronto zone.
This Deseronto Bulldogs goal brought to you by Trips Unlimited.
Well, what a game. It's always something here in Deseronto when you come to a game. The small ice service, and you're right down in the action. It's a cozy atmosphere, and it's always a great game. Deseronto always puts a great hockey club on the ice, and they're racing in. The whip pass there by Cannons was knocked down inside the zone. Rifled back in. Betts' feet. Betts being harassed by Gustafson. Moves it out to the neutral zone. Luigi Martone, I don't think Betts knew it was not across the blue line. Martone getting knocked down, and it's going to be a 2-minute penalty to Jordan Cannons. Or, I didn't actually see what it was. Yep, it's a hook. Durham will get their first time on the power play, and this might kickstart their offense and get them back in the game. Shots on goal in this period are 10-3 Deseronto. Goal scores Alex Yule. Yeah, it was Yule. From Gustafson and Cohen's, Nathan Ogden. Jacob Brennan and Alex Tung. And Jacob Brennan from Jacob Netta and Alex Tung for the third goal. And Ken Durham get on the score sheet here on the power roll. Lemke will pick it up inside his own zone. And set up in the flying V. Just kidding. Lemke, the pass over, just out of the reach of Dakota Betts, and that'll go up into the Durham bench. And it'll be blown dead. Looks like they're turning the heat back on, son.
The Mike Chuck office is run by
Face off to the right of Young. Betts ripped a shot, and Young makes two beauty saves. It's still trying to go in the net on him, and he uses his blocker to hold on to that one. That was his best test here in the second period, and he stood the test of time on that one. To the left of Young. One back to Betts at the blue line. That pass over was played to Lemke. Rhino couldn't handle that one. That backhand pass is going to go right to Luke Brown, and he's going to send it 200 feet. I'll tell you, Lapazera, I just love the way he plays. Not a very big goalie, but he is so athletic. I just absolutely love him in net for Durham as well. I mean, you've got four terrific goaltenders for both teams here, for Deseronto and Durham. That'll get past Lemke and all the way down to La Pizarra. Good thing he's a good puck-playing goalie because he was on an 0-on-2 inside his own zone. Betts behind his own net. Throws that over to Ackerman. Ackerman sends it in. Lemke gives chase. They hit a weird spot in the wall, and that gets all the way back down into the Durham zone. They have not been able to set up at all in this 2-minute power play. And there's 25 seconds remaining, and O'Donnell gets a long ice pass, and he's met with 2 Bulldogs. They're looking for an offside. It goes back down again. 4 minutes remaining here in the second period. 3-0. Deseronto. O'Donnell crosses the blue line. Gets inside, throws it. Looks through in front of the net. The shot on goal, stopped by Young. The backhand pass. They go back to Reinhold. Moves it in behind the net. Ironberg there to send it to the blue line and kept in. Chipped out to center. 3:30 remaining here in the second. As they are 5 aside again. Center ice just out of the reach of Martone. He's in the corner, stops up. Slot chance, Martone again. Trying to direct that towards Young. Bodies him along the wall. And it's Lamers sending it in behind the net. Yes, that's Ross chance here for Deseronto. Trying to get it out of their zone and relieve some of the pressure, and they will. Overland trying to get around Jeffers. He pushes him into the corner, sends it out to the slot. It's knocked down by O'Donnell. Coming in behind his own net. Sends it up, and a nice play there by Tong. 2 points in the game, big ones. We hope you're enjoying it at home, folks. Some great hockey. Next weekend, Lindsay versus Deseronto. We'll have that one for you. Deseronto again. That'll be out in Lindsay. And then Barry's Bay on the 27th. That's going to be a great one. They're going to cross the line. Ackerman shoots, and it's a blade, goes up into the mesh and out of play. And our last game before the break is Barry's Bay's game on the 2nd and the 3rd of January, and then the 9th of January as well. We have 4 straight at Barry's Bay. They've asked us to do a bunch of their games. And if any teams, they want us to do any of their hockey games on the road or at home, allows their fans, if you want us to do their road games, allows your fans to be able to see it. A chance, slot, shot, he fired it just far side and wide. Lemke sends that up to Reinhold, breakaway. Andrew Reinhold scores! Durham's first goal of the game comes from number 16, the captain, with 2:07 to go here in the second period. One of the worst guys in the league to send alone on a breakaway, and he made quick work of that one. Nice play, and it's 3-1 Deseronto. It might give them a little bit of a kick going into that third period. They never give up. I mean, we watched that. We've watched a few Durham games when they played Lindsay. That was an epic back and forth battle, just like this one. And they never gave up. And Deseronto as a team, I mean, if they had given up, you would know because of the score. And he just tipped that one wide. So 9-1 instead of 3-1. Deseronto, the team, they smell blood, and they are like sharks in the water. Shane sending it in behind the net. Shaw coming out, sent it through the slot. Along the wall. Oh boy, being harassed in front of the net by Noah Brandt. That's chipped down. And Young. Oh, he couldn't find it, and he scored! St. Hill, a gift. And he can't even believe it. Josh St. Hill. I'm pretty sure it was his grandma watching the show there the other night. Well, there's a gift for you. I can't remember if it was his grandmother or not, but she can't make the games, and Who's happy we have the games? Well, there's a gift for you right there, St. Hill. He thought he had it in his glove, and it's a scary thing as a goalie. You look down and you think you've got it, and then it's not there, and you have no idea where it is. By that time, it's in the back of the net. Send up into the mesh, and going into the third period now, it is going to be, as we figured, an epic closeout, epic game between these two high-quality hockey clubs. I don't, Angie. I'm not sure what happened to Horn. I'll have to check that out. Number 17 for Deseronto is number 17 for Deseronto is Austin Eastman. High quality hockey player, elite, great speed and great vision offensively, and plays a very responsible defensive role as well. Off the glass to the blue line, and you can see that little bit of a giddy up in Durham, but they're trying to stifle that right now. The chance shot, a nice save there by LaPazera, directing it into the corner, and there's 1 minute remaining here in the second period, and Durham is trying to close the gap even more, tie this game back up at 3. And there's Rhino coming out with Ackerman and St. Hill. The goal scorers, Rhino and St. Hill, with O'Donnell and Mackenzie Smith, Gustafson, Cannons, and Hill, with Ewell, and it looks like at the blue line there is Greg Ironberg. It's sent down to Deseronto zone. 45 seconds remaining. Ackerman sends it back in, and they'll chase after it. There must be something sticky over there on that side of the ice there. My goodness, that's twice it almost turns into a goal. And 38 and 8/10. So don't go anywhere after the after this period's over. James has the South Grenville Rangers and the Barry's Bay game set to tune up for the second intermission. Really good game, and love being out there in Madawaska Valley. We're out there again relatively soon. That pass over Deseronto with great speed. Overland trying to get back to a 2-goal lead for his Bulldogs. Thwarted there. Lemke drilled him into the wall, and so did Betts. It's in their feet. Trying to come out with this puck, and they'll blow it dead with 13 1/10 remaining here in the second period. The draw to the left of LaPazera. Rhino hoping to win this draw, but if Hodkin can win it, they can have a chance here in the last stage of this period, and they do. Deseronto is knocked off the puck. Dakota Betts sends it out to the neutral zone, and that is going to end the second period. We are through 40 minutes here at the Dog Pound, and in that time, we are sent with a 3-2 Deseronto lead. Durham finding a way to climb back into this game under strict, relentless defensive excellence by Deseronto, but that was countered by the Hawks as well, playing great defense and thwarting two high-powered offensive hockey clubs right now. Only 5 goals through 40 minutes. So the highlight package of South Grenville and Barry's Bay coming up, the third period as well, and some updates from around the league. Don't go anywhere, folks. Thanks for tuning in. To the left side, into the slot. That goes back to the point. The shot through. Scores! Barry's Bay on top early. Jordan Ryan from the point, and that finds the back of the net. The howl when it starts. Some games it doesn't stop. Humping in behind the net, chipped off the boards, and Gilmore in his own zone. We'll try and start it back up again. The little play over to Broyden Stuffco, and that was knocked down by Quentin Rook. Rook doesn't like what he saw, tried to send it through the middle. Gets right on that loose puck again, turns it over, a big chance early, nice pass over, waits, and scores! The captain, Broyden Stuffco, stuffs it home, and the Rangers respond with his 8th of the season, and it's 1-1. Quentin Rook, at the end of a long shift, he tried to get it up through center. His two wingers were up there and ready to go, and he just couldn't get it past the two forecheckers for the Rangers, and it ends up in the back of the net. The draw from McKenzie, he'll kick that over to Stay. Stay, he'll throw it back to Lapine. He'll look to Campbell. Campbell sends it to the top of the dot to Stay. Dangerous guy to have that puck. Lapine. He'll walk in hands-free, over, shoots and scores! What a beautiful pass, and Cody McNaughton, the recipient, will get his 5th of the season. What a beautiful power play, and if you can believe it, folks, Barry's Bay's power play percentage is only a 6%. And when you look at the guys they have in their lineup and what they just did, you would never ever guess that that is what their power play numbers are, but they've just been, as teams get at times, snake bitten early on in the season. And as they get playing more and more, and hopefully more games collected together, they'll be able to find their footing and pump that number up. Right, Bedard tested early and often in that one. And behind the net, McKenzie sends it out to Stay. That bounces all the way to the blue line, sent through, looking for a redirect, picked up in front, shot. That one just high and wide. Rebound, a shot, and he scores! Ripped it top shelf, and Jarrett Stay, the leading point getter, gets his 9th goal of the season. That bounced right onto his tape. And Barry's Bay are coming out flying. The Rangers looked a little flat-footed early on, and that there, I mean, that's right in the hash mark area. Rifled it top shelf and beat him glove side along the half wall. Stuffco manhandled there. That gets the blue lining kept in by Chevrier. Knapp along the wall to Gilmore. Behind the net. And back to Gilmore again to set it up. Gilmore shoots and scores through a screen. Schroeder parked out in front, and I don't think Lipinski saw it. And it's 3-2 now. The goals keep coming. Oh, and the icing will be negated. Center on the boards and Stay. He'll send it back to where it came from. Peg throws it out in front of the net. Looking for someone to tap that in. Peg sends it back to the slot. Stay looking for a fire, and even with a couple guys on him, he's still got a good shot off there. Peg, Stay, scored! You've got to cover him in that spot. There's 2. The catch and release for Stay is unbelievable. What a shot, lethal weapon. And in the holiday season, Stay, his guns ablazing. It's ripped back to the point by McNaughton. Rhymes attacked early. Campbell gets a nice pass over from McNaughton and shot through a screen. Good thing that was knocked down. Rebound! And he scores! McNaughton again. That's 6 on the season, 2 on the night. He was sitting all alone. And the Wolves howl their way to a 3-goal lead. Looking to go back to the blue line. And the crowd's and there's a chance now for a break on goal. Fake scores! A backhand, and he puts it home, and the Wolves are up by 4. It's 6-2. What a nice play at the blue line. Wolves fans wanted a penalty, but they'll take the goal instead. And it's a foot, comes all the way back to the Wolves zone. I mean, when you look up and you see you've got Robert Lapine, you've got Cody McNaughton, you've got Devin Campbell, Jared Stay, and is that, yeah, Menard in the slot there, or McKenzie, and he couldn't put that home. Stay ripped it high, and he scored! There's the hat trick. Jared Stay putting on a show, indeed. Holy Dinah. Jared Stay with that 3rd goal of the night. He's now got 11 on the season. They'll get it out to center, but the bench is being on the other side right now. difficult to make a change. Stufko, you can see they're backing up, not Wolves defense. He shoots and scores. And number 24, Tanner Schroeder, another of their 3 goals, 2 of them have been when the Wolves were hemmed in their own zone, and the Rangers take advantage of it. Smart thing to do for the Rangers as they notice it's been a while, and the Wolves just can't get their feet moving anymore, and they capitalize on their opportunity. Stay's got 3 goals. McNaughton has got a couple of goals on the evening, looking for his 3rd. Shot through, and that's redirected and just goes wide of the net. And back the other way as here comes Stay looking for 4. Stay, a shot, and Provost had to be good, but Peg on the doorstep pounds it home, and it's 8-3 Barry's Bay. They come out electric. They did that in the second period as well. And this crowd is just loving it. Did a great job. Hopefully they'll be hardwired here and all over the Northern Premier Hockey League at some point. And none of our games will ever be anything but live. A good diving play there by McNaughton. A little bit of mass gouging here. We have ourselves a Donnybrook. Now the tough part of that is they both have cages on. Watson trying to get his cage off to get the fight going, and I don't know if there is a call for grabbing the cage, but I'm not rightly sure what else you do in that situation.
Got him. Julie's helped me out here for another installment of Bulls Best. An epic game, as we figured it would be here from the Dog Pound. The 50th anniversary of this beautiful rink as well. They just did the Chuck-a-Puck. They got Santa around here tonight, and they did the teddy bear toss with the first goal of the game tonight. Deseronto stringing 3 together in that second period, coming out flying after a 0-0 score in the first period. Durham coming back with 2 goals late in the second period to make it guaranteed to be a beautiful ending to this game. Love being out here in Deseronto because they always put on a great show. Not only the rink, but the fans. It is packed in here tonight, and the game on the ice is always high quality. Stick around for the third period because it's certainly going to be a barn burner between these two epic clubs. 3-2, third period just around the corner. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, we've been treated to a great 40 minutes here from Deseronto. 21-10, the shots on goal in favor of Deseronto in that second period. 35-22 in favor of the Bulldogs throughout 40 minutes. Alex Yule from Mitch Gustafson and Ethan Coens. Nathan Hudgen from Jacob Friend and Alex Tung. And Jacob Friend from Jacob Panetta and Alex Tung got us up to a 3-0 Deseronto lead. Then Andrew Reinhold with a beauty breakaway goal to his backhand from Justin Lemke and Mackenzie Smith, and then Josh St. Hill on just a miscue from Aaron Young, something he never ever does. The assist to, thank you, Julie, big time, I appreciate it. Josh St. Hill and Andrew Reinhold and Austin Jeffers, and that has got us into a tight third period, which is exactly what we wanted from the Dog Pound here in Deseronto. And special thank you to Julie Albertson for her incredible help there with the camera work for the Bulls Best. And I'll get you updated around the league from the out-of-town scoreboard. Some pretty epic games going on right now. So Stormont and Pontiac, Tamworth leading Wellington County. In behind the net, trying to get out to a 4-2 lead. That's stymied there by La Pizarra. Into their own zone now. Durham looks like they have their feet behind them now. That's a high stick. And that is going to be brought inside the Deseronto zone. To the right of Aaron Young. We have not got an update on Stefan Horn yet. I couldn't get a hold of anybody in that intermission. Durham with the big Deseronto Bulldogs defensive support has really put a stymie to the Durham Hawks offense. Chance now, what a move there. A great defensive play by Lemke. The blue line sent right back into the slot. Good play there. Stick handling, shoots, and a stop by La Pizarra. Hooking up ice, Dakota Betts being harassed there by Hogden. Across the blue line, and it's just in offside. They'll blow it dead. Pontiacs from Shawville. Shawville leading the Mustangs 5-4. That's in the third period in the mid part. Barry's Bay Wolves leading the Poggin Falls Rapids 5-2 in Poggin Falls. That's in the second. And the Sabres, after the first period, leading 1-0 over the Royals. The Ritos and the Barn Cats are tied at 1. We'll keep you updated as the third period rolls along. Long ice pass, just out of the reach of Scriver, and it'll go all the way back into the Durham zone. Coyotes 1-0 leading in the first period over the Ironmen. And I don't have an update on the Riverman Mariners game. It's not on the website, but the Jets have completed a 5-3 win over the Irish. And I was saying earlier, the Oil Kings beat the Lumberjacks 5-3. That redirected just wide. And the Rockets beat the Wild 10-1. That game was this afternoon. We'd love to get out to do a North Dundas game as well. We miss you people out there in Chesterville. You've been a great supporter of the broadcast, and we really appreciate all you guys down there in North Dundas as well. Draw to the right of La Pizarra. Durham would love nothing more than to double their lead here in the early part of this period. Get that momentum going again. Eastman, Owens at the point. Shad was right. Shane at the point. And that looks like Noah Brand on the left wing. Into the slot. Good defensive play by O'Donnell. As Brand was streaking in. And Gray's got an opportunity. One man to beat. Snap shot. It was rolling on him. He put it up over the net. Chipped into the corner. And goodness me, you can see Young shaking his head. He's fighting the puck here in the late stage of that second period. But Austin Eastman in the slot. And Jeffers tried to block the pass across and took the net off with him. Now, Young might be fighting the puck right now, but in the early part of this game and all through this game, he's been unbelievable. He made some 10 bell saves in that first period. He was not nearly as busy in that second period. He has stopped, though, 20 of 22 shots. And he'll look to turn it on here in the third period. Back to the point, it's Greg Ironberg. Shot through, La Pizarra stops it and quickly garners the rebound as Gustafson was right on the doorstep there looking to bang that one home. Luigi Martone, that's a draw. He'll face off again. It's Gustafson. Face off. Kick out Martone again. He's not too happy with that one. Draw one. Ooh. Slot area. Ripped off the boards out through center. Mackenzie Smith slips out to the blue line and out. And that's down the ice, and it's going to go for an icing. Like, subscribe, and share to the broadcast, folks. Get more people involved in this excellent league, the Northern Premier Hockey League. It's out to center ice. And they're turning it back in. It's Reinold. Shot hits a leg, goes into the corner. Ackerman chips it behind the net. On his horse is St. Hill. Body him against the wall. It comes back to the blue line. Lemke standing him up at the blue line, but they're out and off to the races. A 2-on-1 backhand pass. What a great defensive play by Mackenzie Smith. Thwart that. Great chance for the Bulldogs. Ackerman will dump it in and around the net. Young will come out to play it. Looking to move that puck, but they can't without a bit of resistance at the blue line. And they get to the center ice area and have to turn back. Lamers pass over. Maria, hope you're enjoying it at home. Graham has been excellent as always. Number 92 for Deseronto. That backhand pass almost hit Graham Lamers on the tape. But Durham was there to knock that off his stick. Jones will sift that in across the blue line. And Dakota Betts will pick it up and dump it right back into the Deseronto zone. A fake play there. Wards off Scriver. But that puck almost got right to his tape in the danger area. Deseronto pass over. It's a foot. Scriver gets by his man in the neutral zone. He'll flip that over to Jones. Jones couldn't reach that in time. Lamers will dump it back to the D and go off for a line change. To center now with a nice pass. Ogden couldn't pick that up. Drills it back around the boards. And Jeffers will get it to the blue line, and a good stick there to keep it in. By Friend throwing it in behind the net. Tong had a great game. Chance into the slot area, knocked off his stick. And Durham will get it out through center, and Mood backhand, and it's stopped by Young. And I'll tell you right now that Alex Tung, he has had an incredible game tonight. A couple of assists for his troubles, which is really nice when you get rewarded for your efforts, but without those points, he's been one of the best players on both sides of the ice. Draw one. Back in behind the Deseronto net. Sent out through center. O'Donnell couldn't grab onto it. So icing is waved off. Reinhold. Nice pass up there to Ackerman. Crosses the blue line. Goes around a man looking into the slot. He'll sauce it. But that, with a pinching defenseman, will cause a 2-on-1. Great race back there by Ackerman. Knocks the puck off his stick. Chad Duchesne looks cross ice. Brown into the slot. He couldn't complete the play. Chance again. Oh, on a block there, right in the chest. And St. Hill is going to feel that one. Hit him right up in the chest. And they'll give him a line change. He is in some discomfort. Block shot. Results in St. Hill going to the bench for some repairs. Loading up in front of that net for Durham. The Bulldogs try to break through. Cohen's the shot through, kicked out by La Pazera. And the Hawks will clear the front of the net. Scamper out through center. Good play by Cohen's. And he is going to get 2 minutes for interference. Hold it. Durham will look to tie it as they go to the power play. They've had only a few chances here. I think one. It's been a very clean game from both sides. 28% on the power play. And Deseronto sitting at 80% on the penalty kill. Two mountains collide here. They're great on both ends of the ice. 14:33 remaining here. Third period. Hope you're enjoying the ride, folks. Into the corner. Kicks it back to the half wall, looking to the blue line. And they can't control it. Deseronto in active sticks, big bodies. Makes it difficult for the Hawks to get anything going on the power play. Lemke, sauce pass over to Dakota Betts. Rink wide pass, Scriver to Gray. Kicks that back to Scriver, but this time he'll look to the point. It's covered now. He finds a seam. Lemke to Dakota Betts. Back to Lemke. Throwing it back down to the corner. Looking into the slot as Gray was sneaking in. Drill that around the wall. Betts meet him in the corner, take the hit. Gray helping his man out to Lemke. Pass. Betts, toe drag over to Lemke, and he can't handle it. Keep the line though. Sends it around the wall, and it goes back to Betts. Shot through, stop by Young. It's along to the half wall. Deseronto is tired right now. Dakota Betts shoots, and Young comes out to meet it at the top of the blue paint. It's a glove on it. Holds on for the faceoff. 46 seconds left in the power play. Durham Hawks really hunting them down here inside the offensive zone. Ackerman, O'Donnell, Reinhold, Jeffers, and St. Hill for Durham. St. Hill behind the net. The puck hops on him right around that Zamboni door. 35 remaining in the power play. They will blow the whistle dead. It'll be a face-off just to the right of Aaron Young. how you doing? Good to see you too. You betcha. Great game. Yeah. Draw to the right of Young. That's one corner. And out comes Deseronto. Pass ahead. Luke Brown in there first. Into the slot. And a good way to challenge him there for Pizzera. Kick that out. 16 seconds remaining on the power play. And Rhino to center to Ackerman. Stops at the blue line, sifts it down low to O'Donnell. Can't handle that one, drilled around the wall. Luke Brown sends it up ice. They knock it down and they'll get some speed going through the zone. Toe drag, drop back, looking to the point. Nobody there. Will give him a chance to regroup. And Young will hold on to it. Like a wholesale change for the Hawks. Duchesne over to Gustafson. Head up the whole time. Good thing because they were looking for the hit. Lemke sends a sauce pass up through center. It's going to go the length of the ice. No icing. Young recoil and send it around the boards. Smith back pedals and he'll pick that up. Throw it into the corner and take the hit from Friend. Pass over out through center now. Mackenzie Smith will pick it up. Big hit comes on Duchesne from Bradley. Throws it over to Lemke. Lemke sends it into the corner and the dump and chase is on for the Hawks. Along the wall. Sends it up ice and a chance now, but Lemke's there first. Takes the hit. Needs support there from Betts and he'll get it. Trying to kick that out in front of the net. Martone there just in time. Flips it out through center. And it's going to come in offside. And they'll redo it again just outside the blue line. 11:20 to go on a 3-2 lead. The Deseronto Bulldogs. The Hawks getting power play in this period, but Deseronto were up to the challenge. Thwarted that opportunity. St. Hill is all right as he was back on the ice at the end of that power play. It's over to Arnberg. He'll send that into the corner. Betts there, chips it off the wall. Gray will drill that down the ice on a high stick and an icing. They'll bring it all the way back into the Durham zone. Draw to the right, Pizzera. Smith in the draw, that's back to the point. Pizzera will steer that up and into the mesh. Now blow it dead. The Pontiacs are now down 6-5 to the South Stormont Mustangs. It's late in the third. Wolves leading 6-2 in the second. Draw to the point, and he ripped it, but healed it. Gray across the blue line, lost control of that puck. Flipped to the blue line and kept in by Scriver. Slot, too hot to handle that one. Good hit by Gray in the corner. Pinned along the wall. The jousting continues. And they are letting it go. Throwing it behind the net. And oh boy, Mackenzie Smith, or no, Jeffers taking a spill over the linesman. And that one could have hurt. Man. It's like running into your own player. You're not expecting it, so you're not braced for it. And Jeffers and the linesman, oh, he's all right, the linesman all right, but I'll tell you, Jeffers took quite a spill there. Hopefully he's all right, might have just knocked the wind out of him. Left, Aaron Young. Burritos leading the Barn Cats 3-2. Sabres still up 3-2 in the second period. Well, the debating over, I'm not 100% sure what they're debating over, but it must be something intense. Oh. It's like Deseronto wanted to send one of their guys off, even on the chance out in front of even on the icing because he was injured. Yeah, they were able to. Good hit by St. Hill. Cause that puck to squirt loose, but Deseronto is in. Drop pass, shot, hits a foot. And Durham will gather that puck and skate through out center. Drop pass, ripped it, and his stick went flying up and into the mesh. Santa Claus almost got his own present. God, what a move in, and he shot it. And the deflection goes wide and into the corner. Sends it into the corner by Friend. Great defensive play. The rebound's there on the doorstep. Mackenzie Smith made a terrific play on the doorstep. Pass over, hits a stick, goes up and into the air, but corralled and sent in behind the net. Tongue coming out from the corner, sends it in the slot. Over to the side, what a save by La Pizarra. Throws out the blocker and keeps his team within one. A lot going on. Boomerang. An official making a nice defensive play on Jeffers. And La Pizarra with an incredible second effort save to keep it 3-2. There's the remains of that stick. 9:33 to go here in the third period. 3-2 Deseronto. Strong draw all the way back into the Deseronto zone. Pass. Eastman sending that back. Cannons back to Eastman. Pass over to Friend. Hits a stick. The rebounds right in front of the net. La Pizarra kicks it out, and the D cleans up the remainder. Brown sending it in behind the net, and Deseronto get their way through center. Eastman weaving through, trying to go back to the point. Gray, Jones did everything he could to try and move that out. Oh, Gray not happy. Knocked the stick out of his hand. Looked like he injured him a little bit there. He's not happy about it. Durham trying to find the back of the net there. A few hundred fans, all referees wanting a call on that one. He says he got all stick. That's what the referee said there. And it will not be a penalty. 8:39 to go, 3-2. Martone and Gustafson. That's won by Gustafson. Put in behind the net for the Bulldogs. Cuts him off at the pass, and they're out through center. Snap shot, he fired it wide. Half wall, Gustafson was in his feet. Sends that down behind the net to Lemke. Over to Betts. Behind the net to Lemke. Waiting for support. Betts to Lemke. Sauce pass through center. And it's going to be offside. They were not happy about that. Galage, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Number 90. Durham back to the blue line. Shane controls that puck, sends it wide of the net, and he tried to put it in the top shelf, just sent it over the net. Ackerman in the neutral zone. Chips it along the wall, and St. Hill will go in after it. He's laid a few nice hits out in this game. St. Hill, number 21 for Durham. Here's another one maybe. Bumps Duchesne as he sends it in around the boards, up and off the mesh, and out of play. Face off to the right of La Pizarra. Jockeying for position. St. Hill turns back around. He slips. Deseronto sends it into the slot. Chance again. Fired, but Rhino was there to take that chance away. And Rhino and Tongue making dinner reservations after that play. Hill pass. Scriver met him at the red line. Rhino, the sit pass over to Ackerman, picked off by Tongue. Rhino knocked that off his stick. Scriver gets around him as Ackerman played a little bit of interference on that play, and that pass to Rhino did not connect. Ackerman in his own zone. Waits for Jeffers to come back, but he'll throw it over O'Donnell instead of the reach of Jeffers. He's knocked down. Deseronto ripped that back in. Oh, it bounced out in front of the net. I'll tell you, these boards, they're almost like 90-degree angles in the corners. Into the slot, he's wide open, and a great save by La Pizzera to keep within one. Scriver across the blue line, and they got tripped up, and that will cause an offside.
The Durham Bulldogs would like to thank sponsor Joe Chinook Real Estate Brokerage.
Outside the zone. 6:32 to go. One back for Deseronto. Through the neutral zone and in. Ogden drop pass, knocked off his stick. Scriver dumps that in and took a hit there by Johnny Hill. Gonna spark his club. Deseronto behind their own net, coming out gingerly, trying to rush things. Pass over to Hogman as it broke up. Chance here with the backhander, goes wide of the net. Setting up inside the zone, trying to get something going. Pizzera will jump on that quickly. Hold on for the faceoff. Both teams playing chess here. Nobody wanting to blink. It's become quite a after the whistle conversation fest. A lot of jawing after the whistle. Draw with Gustafson against Luigi Martone. Martone with a big draw win there into the corner. Betts gets there first, off the boards. That hits Mood in the head. Trying to get onto that puck, but he can't. Up ice, back over. A chance and a shot stopped by La Pizzera. I mean, it was quick. It was quick in the offside. It's not anything that he can do anything about. You've got to fire the. You can't anticipate an offside, and you know if he doesn't, could ruin a good scoring chance. So good play there to get the shot off. And the offside is just outside the zone. Face off. One back to Deseronto. Move it out through center. Gustafson, the pass over, shot, hits a leg, goes into the corner. Thrown up through center, no, they knock it down. Gustafson wheels it back inside the zone, and Cannon's in hot for pursuit after that one. Oh, what a pass by Rhino. And a chance now for St. Hill. Shot and a stop by Young, the rebound. He couldn't put the backhander past Young. Great defensive play by the Bulldogs. St. Hill loses his stick. He's in on the right wing here. Deseronto shot and a great stop by La Pizzera. Puck bounces back onto the far side. Trying to get to that is Gustafson. The shot through, and La Pizzera with lightning fast reflexes holds on to that one for the whistle. Face off to the left of Alex La Pizzera, who's coming in relief of Stephen Horn. He left the game with some discomfort, and we have not gotten an update. But La Pizzera has been great in relief. O'Donnell calmly sends that to Smith. Smith right back to O'Donnell. A sauce pass right to Cohen's. That's over to Lamers. Big lad takes the hit, working to get the puck. Number 92, that's why they put the A on his jersey. He is as tough as nails. He's in there, and we could have ourselves a wang doodle of a, no, there, calmer heads will prevail as Jones and Lamers talking at center ice. Holy Dinah. I thought they were gonna have some fisticuffs there for a second. Yeah. Well, it's getting intense. 4:05 remaining. Both teams want the 2 points. Deseronto wants to keep their season going in the upward direction. Durham's trying to get their record to where they feel it should be and get themselves 3 games above 500. That's back top of the circle. A shot. Lapizzera snares that one through a screen. Hold on for the draw. Glad you're enjoying it, Cheryl. Hope everybody in the chat's enjoying it back home and all around. Pass and behind the net to Lemke. Chip it ahead to Ackerman. It's picked off. Ackerman will receive that pass from Lemke. Sifted over. It hits a stick. Gets in the way there of Brown, but he scampers out, trying to feed it across ice, and Jeffers, one of his many great defensive plays in this game, thwart that 2-on-1 opportunity. Chad Duchesne slowing the play down, throws it over to Coens. Coens, Ogden to center. Jeffers knocks him off stride. He was still able to get a shot off and put it up over the net. And Deseronto back in their own zone. Send it all the way down the ice and no icing. Durham not happy about that one. A lot of fans from Durham here as well. Mainly Deseronto fans. They love their Bulldogs. Reinhold, the backhander, stopped by Young. Wheeling out of their own zone with great speed here by Shaw. He takes a hit from Betts. And that could draw a crowd as Betts picks it up. Throws it at center ice, and another hit this time on the captain. Johnny Hill turning in the corner. Shaw tries to wire that out in front of the net. Picked off. Back to the point. Shot through. Stopped by Lapizzera. O'Donnell along the wall to the half, back to the point, going down low, right beside the net, the wraparound, and Lapizzera was there. Just lost the handle. Eastman to Arnberg. The shot hits a leg and springs all the way out past the blue line. We got 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, and that's going to come in offside. And Betts, with his 3rd hit of the shift, will complete it, and nothing will come of that. What a game. Intense clubs playing for a logo on the front of their jersey, not the name on the back. We've got a Durham timeout. That'll give us a few moments here to fully get you updated on the scores. 10-1, as I said, Rockets over the Wild. 5-3, Kings over the Lumberjacks. Jets over the Irish, 5-3. It is the Mustangs beating the Pontiacs 6-5. I told you the Mustangs, the second half of their season is going to be something to watch out for as they beat the now 9-2 Charlotte Pontiacs. The Wolves leading the Rapids 6-2 in the late stages of the third. The Royals have scored 4 straight in the second period as they now beat the Sabres. And they gave us another shout out. Really nice of them. Good people here in Deseronto. The Ritos leading the Barn Cats 4-2, and the Coyotes leading the Ironmen 2-1. That's in the second period. And we want to just give a special thank you to the Deseronto staff here. 2 shout outs in the game. That's actually never happened before for us. And we really appreciate it. We love doing this. We wish we could do every single game. Betts score! scored! Oh my word! How did that find the back of the net? Holy Dinah indeed. And we are all knotted up at 3. Dakota Betts firing that one. And Deseronto is in total disbelief. Wow. That was an absolute laser beam. Hey?
I'm sure of this. I knew this was going to happen.
A tie. They can't make it just a regular old game. No, it's got to go OT, shootout. Yes, indeed.
For the first period.
Yeah. With no goals. Pass over by Friend. He'll receive that. Give and go. Zone. Pass cross ice now, and Brown throwing it into the slot. Reinhold trying to pick that off. He's going at him hard, but great wheels there by Panetta to get back in time. Durham coming back with 3 straight goals. Centering wide. To the point. Panetta with a nice pass, trying to go cross ice to Brown. Back to the point. Friend over to Panetta. Gets himself into a nicer spot. Looking for a shot, and a cross ice pass goes astray. Looking back again now. Tongue, the pass over, drop, shoots, and he just missed the top shelf. And it's gonna go up and into the mesh. And with 54 6/10, we got a draw inside the Durham zone. Face off, a big one. They keep getting bigger as the game goes along. Intensity picks up, and this dump hunted down by Jones. Friend can hear the footsteps coming, but he has time now to turn and move it out. That errant pass is picked up by Gray, and what a hit. He was set up for it as well, but he took every bit of it. Gray not happy. Across the line now, trying to get in to the corner into the slot. Flipped out through center. And I'll tell you, Friend was really looking for Gray to take 2 minutes. Gray hunts him down and picks that puck up. Shot hits a stick, goes up into the mesh. And at a play, and they're giving each other some swats from the bench. Oh yeah, no, you're doing fine. Yep, you're fine. The bench there whenever you can too. Gustafson getting into the act on the bench during the play, actually. That's what they're talking about. A lot going on behind the play. A lot going on for 11 seconds. Dakota Betts keeps it in. Sends it along the half wall. 5 to go in the period. And we will have an extra frame from the Dog Pound. 3-3. Both teams will earn a point, but who will get the extra one? That has yet to be determined. Wow. Well, 60 minutes solved nothing. We're right back to where we started, a 3-3 tie. My last update, pretty sure this will be the last update of the game. Nothing's really changed. Sorry. Scoring summary in that third period was 1 goal. Dakota Betts with 1:47 to go in the third from Justin Lemke. Shots on goal in that period, 11-5 in favor of the Bulldogs, 46-27
favor of Deseronto throughout the game. So for the viewers at home, it will be a 10-minute 3-on-3 and then a 3-man shootout if we can't settle it here. What else can this game deliver for us, folks? And I just want to say thank you right back, Cheryl. I hope that everybody at home is enjoying it. I cannot believe that we have 46 people. I can't believe we have 46 people in the stream with it being so choppy. That's amazing. All right, folks, this is what it's all about. One goal will end this game. We've seen 6 in total, 3 straight from Deseronto and then 3 straight from Durham. Neither team will ever give up. Rhino trying to go around, and he can't. Panetta too quick for that one. The sift into the corner. Lemke with the stick lift there. Point now for Reinhold. Shot hits a stick and goes into the corner. Luke Brown will pick this one up, and he'll skate out as he gave it over to Eastman, and Eastman's got a step on him. Turns up looking for support, but Betts will try and pin him against the wall. They'll look into the slot. Panetta turning back towards the net. The give and go maybe. No. Brown throw it back to Panetta at the point. Panetta with Eastman and Brown. Reinhold, Betts, and Lemke are the line for Durham. And a knockdown chance there for Hogden, but he'll backpedal into the neutral zone. They'll give chance for Lemke to come off and O'Donnell on. Walking into the zone. Pass over from Hill. Skating in on the left side, looking into the slot. The rack was not there. He'll move it back to the blue line. Shot through by Tung. He's been incredible. And if he scores, I would not be surprised. He's had such a great game. Jefferson hits his skate. And they're out in a 2-on-1 with Ackerman. Jeffers shot, and Young comes up with a beauty glove save. That's got to be number 5 or 6 on the night from that beauty mitt of Aaron Young. What a shot. 2-on-1. He believed in his D and took the shot. Made a great save. Rhino, Betts, and Lemke again. I can't tell on the other side exactly. That's Gustafson. That shot. And is that Brandt? No, that's Chad Duchesne. He'll turn back. The line change now as well. Ewell on the right side here for Deseronto. Ewell, Shaw, and Duchesne. Lots of time left here in the overtime. Betts trying to close the door. Young not liking that too much. Gives Betts a swat. And it's turned back the other way. An opportunity. Drop pass. Shoots, and a great save by Young as he comes out to the top of the blue paint. And he'll stymie that one. Yeah. Eastman still out and ready to roll. Tung. Jeffers on the point for Durham with St. Hill is out for his first shift in the overtime with O'Donnell. Skating through center is the lightning wheels of Eastman. Or no, that's Tung. Slot. There's Eastman, and a great stop by La Pizzera. They may have a 2-on-1. They may have a breakaway for Jeffers. He's on the left side. Shoots it, and Young makes it a great save to shut the door. Holy Dyna action. Wow. Both ends of the ice. If you're on a breakaway and the guy trips you and he's behind you. Ackerman, Lemke. Betts with Brown versus Brown, and a pass over to the dot, and a chance now for Betts. Walks in, shoots, and Young will make the save on that one. They'll turn it back the other way with speed on the right side. In, Panetta stops up. The drop pass to Hogden. He's being harassed by Betts. Betts loses him for a half a second, gets the stick back on him, and a nice play to get it out through center. No, he can't, loses control of that one. Betts knocks his man down. Hogden trying to get it away from Betts. Betts is a big boy, I'll tell you, from ice level. Chance over now, Brown shoots, stop, it just dribbles wide. and it's sent all the way down the ice. And it's going to be an icing. Durham did not like that one. He did not give the effort that he figured he would. Yeah, they are not happy about that. He kind of mailed it in from the blue line into the zone. Luke Brown wanting to get the icing, and he did. A smart play, and it will result in 200 feet of ice for the Bulldogs. Face off to the right of La Pizzera. They wanted to get Rhino Lemke on the ice. Ackerman's out there, hopefully can win this draw, but the Bulldogs win it, and they're set up now. Over. Shoots! A stop by La Pizzera to keep it out. This will be where they try to get the line change. Deseronto knows it, so they are on the attack big time. Jeffers in behind the net now, and he'll play that over. And there's Reinhold, the pass to the center ice. Andrew Reinhold, the shot, and it hits a stick of Cannons on the right side for O'Donnell. O'Donnell pins it against the wall, and Deseronto trying to move it out. O'Donnell tried to throw it back to the point, and he's got enough energy to get back to break up the 2-on-1. Stopping up is Overland. Lemke pushes him in offside. That'll go back to Greg Arnberg. Arnberg will wait as they make a wholesale change, other than him, which is 2 players, so I guess that doesn't really relate here. But here's Gustafsson on the right wing with speed. Coming in through center now. Gustafsson, and that's going to be offside and blown dead and back outside the blue line with 5:50 to go here in the overtime here. Unbelievable. Outside the zone, need a moment. Everybody needs a break and needs a drink. Not a booze, water, cream soda, whatever, you know. Kid show. Let's see, what do we got around the league as we have a small little break here. Any finals? The Wolves up 6-3 now. The Royals extend their lead with 5 straight goals. They lead the Sabres 5-3. Ritos lead the Lindsay Barn Cats 4-2. Ironman, the Coyotes, are now tied at 2. And there's a final now. The Mariners beat the Rivermen 6-2. They improved to 11-0 on the season. Pretty incredible indeed. And we are all locked horns 3-3. And I'll tell you right now, folks, for 2 high-powered, high-octane offensive hockey clubs, nobody would have had on their bingo card 6 goals scored between these 2 players. Zach Hall has really, it's either an equipment issue or it's something to do with his body, but he's been skating in the neutral, in the Deseronto zone almost every long time out, testing something out, and I'm not sure what it is. It's for the overtime? Yeah. Oh, that's why they're doing the...
I was going to say because the last game we did at Durham and Lindsay was 5 minutes. I thought they... Right. Last year it was 10.
The fans here in Deseronto are so informed. They had the big long timeout because of the, there's only 50 seconds left in the overtime. I thought it was curious where they had a 10-minute up on the board, and it's supposed to only be 5. Into the Durham zone with 45 remaining here in the overtime. Dakota Betts to Reinhold. Looking for Lemke on the left. No, he'll try and beat him. The shot steered aside by Young. Trying the wrap. No, looking back at the point. Shot towards the net. Trying to bank it off Young, but he puts the glove in. Keeps it out. Kept in by Lemke. Knocked off the stick. Picked up by Reinhold. 21 seconds remaining. Reinhold, the pass over. Lemke, and Young comes up big. 15.4 remaining. And Durham may have the last chance here, but Deseronto will be looking for that breakout pass. streaking forward to try and get the last opportunity here. The draw, won by Deseronto. 13 seconds to get it up quick. Picked off by Betts. Betts over to Lemke. Tried to sift it into Reinhold. 6 seconds remaining. Lemke fighting for it. He's got a chance. Lemke in. What a great play. Unbelievable defense. Awesome D by Friend. Jacob Friend, number 20, with a game-saving stick lift, and we can't decide on who should be a winner through 65 minutes, so we need a shootout. 3 men will come to center ice for either side, and we'll see if this will be enough. Well, it will be enough. We will find a winner for you, folks. Second weekend in a row with shootouts. Unbelievable. Durham just loves the theatrics, eh? Jeez. Well, I feel bad for both goalies because there isn't a guy on either side that can't put a puck in the net, and terrific goaltenders that are going to face two of the some of the best in the league right now. LaPizzera coming in, as I said, halfway through the game for Stefan Horn. Aaron Young has been outstanding all game long. A couple of goals that I know that he doesn't know how they went in, and one mistake. But other than that, he's been spectacular tonight, and he's been exactly as advertised. Both goaltenders, as I said, previous to the game. Corey Kuipers with a .911 save percentage, and Aaron Young with a .916 save percentage. Both goalies could be in the All-Star game, as I said, as they've shared the load here in Deseronto. And it will be Andrew Reinhold who will get the first opportunity here. Oh, I thought they were doing it now, sorry. We'll get the first opportunity here for Durham. Last weekend, they fell short to Lindsay in the shootout. They'd love to get some redemption here against Deseronto. With Santa in the building, we knew we'd get an extra special present. We got 60 minutes of great hockey. We got 5 minutes and almost more in the overtime. And now we're going to get a shootout. And a very animated crowd, folks. It is terrific here. Reinhold will pick the puck up at center ice and move in on goal. The move, and he scored! Reinhold with a beauty move. He's hard to beat in a shootout. And it's 1-0 Durham. And now Luke Brown, my goodness. The leading point man in the league, Luke Brown. He will be the captain of the All-Star game. What does he have in his bag of tricks, and is LaPizzera up to the test? Brown picks the puck up and moves in. Stopped by LaPizzera. And it remains 1-0. It was a nice move by Brown. LaPizzera closed the door. Dakota Betts, he's had a great game tonight. Physical. Got the game-tying goal to get us here. Can he get them a 2-0 lead in the shootout? He's in. Shot, and a great save by Young. The glove has been magic all night long. Why not one more time? What a save. And Betts looks skyward. And now Jordan Cannons. With speed on goal. Scores! Jordan Cannons through the 5-hole, and it's 1-1. Pick the puck up with good speed and that beauty backhand, and that's why that A is on the front of his sweater. And it's 1-1. Ackerman He is a dipsy doodler. Let's see what he's got. Ackerman in. Moves, and Young is there to meet him. That glove is something special. They might rightly need to try something else. Go blocker, 5-hole, something besides Young's glove. Good Lord, indeed. Is that Overland? Dorian Overland looking to ice it away for the Bulldogs on goal. And it's stopped by La Pizarra. A nice move in that backhand. La Pizarra threw up the leather. And we are still tied. Durham scores. Deseronto will have a chance to counter. Durham misses, and Deseronto nets it. It's over. Scriver, another guy who's had a great night. You can't find a guy on either side who hasn't had a great night, to be honest with you. Scriver picks the puck up at center and is in. Rolling puck, and he scored. Young, I don't think, thought he was going to shoot it as the puck hopped on him, and he beat him blocker side. As I said, don't go glove. Young's too good. And I'll tell you, if he scores this could be the first start of the game. Tung has been absolutely amazing. Alex Tung for Deseronto. Can he do it once again? Tung, stopped by La Pizarra, and the Hawks will beat Deseronto on their home ice. But what a game we were treated to, folks. My goodness me. Thanks, Deseronto, for all your hospitality. And you guys put up a great game, but Durham was too strong with a great comeback win. 3 straight goals in the later stages of the second and late part of the third period. And, if they meet up in the playoffs, folks, you need to get down to whatever arena they're in, because it's going to be a battle right to the bitter end. A great 65 minutes of hockey. Shootout was incredible, and we were glad we were on hand for it, folks. Let me tell you, a great crowd here again at the Dog Pound. They celebrate the 50th anniversary here in Deseronto as well, in this beautiful arena. So a rough loss for Deseronto, an uplifting win for Durham as they get another 2 points, and a spectacular finish to a spectacular game from 2 incredible hockey clubs, folks. And, what else is there to say, James? Not much, is there?
The full HD broadcast will be uploaded tomorrow.
It'll be crystal clear. That's the other thing, too. HD, high def, 5K, 3D. If I had to pick 3 stars, it's kind of hard, but I got to give the 3rd star to Young. I don't care if he lost. He was absolutely stellar tonight in net for the Bulldogs. He had a couple of flubs that never happened, but without him in that first period, Durham could have come out with a pretty big lead. Young was unbelievable. In the shootout, he was terrific. He was great. And I'm going to split that with La Pizarra. He was great as well. Horn didn't let up a goal, but 3rd star I'll give to Aaron Young. Your 2nd star, you got to give it to Reinhold with the goal that he scored as well. And then your 1st star will go to Dakota Betts. He was just mean and nasty the entire game. He scored the 3rd goal to tie the game. And I'll give him the 1st star. But Tung, I got to give him an honorable mention. He was incredible. But what a tilt between these 2 teams. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. We love bringing it to you, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Bye for